Alrighty, here we go. Once again, on to Compound. Played this a lot yesterday, actually. So it should be fresh in our minds, and of course the players' minds, as it looks like Black Dragon's going to start off on Blacklist. See how aggressive they get.
And BaiSha for actually spending a lot of defense towards A side. Having two men right next to the entrance and also in that A room, A long. Shimo and N9 in that room. Making sure, because Black Dragons, they did have lots of time. Danimal just alone, poking into that A long. And a long timing attack, getting those free kills.
They go in. N9 already taking down Vienna. Gogan doing his best to even it up, but N9 still holding stalwartly, not letting them pass. And A long, a dead end for Black Dragons, now forced to find a different point of entry.
Pretty excellently done. Just the timing of the flash bounced off the wall straight into the face of the Black Dragons members. I'm actually surprised that they were able to pick up a kill, so nicely done. They take down DBQ, the highest KD member of BaiSha. And, of course, still good for BaiSha, because it is 2 for 1 in their favor. But let's see what Black Dragons can do from here.
And Goken is about to face his arch enemy, the sniper. Xiao on that A long. But on the camera, we have the B entrance. Baby, not. I don't think he has spotted action passing through that entrance door.
Can just wait it out. Doesn't really need to do anything. Time is slowly ticking down, becoming an issue, as it might look like a smoke towards the rotation. We've seen this a ton of times coming through, but look who's waiting. It's Shimo, and he picks up both. Now it's just action. This is 1v1, which he does not. It would have been very hard to pick up the ball, man. BaiSha Gaming, very convincing first round as the shouts echo through the venue.
I hope you guys can hear that, because it's
really
just crazy. It's not just one shout. It's not just one person. Everybody's screaming over and over and over. A lot of Gaio is basically like, let's go. Chinese. Yeah, I mean, these guys are pumped, even just from the one round. It was a bit of a slow round, too. I think that Black Dragons have done a lot of studying and bringing, very specific strategies into attacking on this map, which is really good to see because, like we've said, I mean, you got to study a lot for any of these Chinese teams. And we'll see if they can make it work this time.
Yeah, after the homework, I think Black Dragons expected BaiSha Gaming to come out from the plaza, but instead, today BaiSha Gaming is controlling a room. Vienna breaks through, double kill right there. Getting DB down is another huge accomplishment. Into AWM. Trying to see if Xiao comes towards A long. That's what Goken spotted last round, using that previous information. But instead, it is going to be Shimo off to the side. Bait angle A long. Does not know that he's here.
Yeah, switched back. Shimo's still waiting. Similar to last round.
Look at this positioning, baby. He comes out and gets one, and Viana's pushing alone. They don't have the bomb, they're just trying to get information. They lose both firefights, although that's a nice little pick-off from action. So they're able to make it 2-2. BaiSha isn't really going to have great information of exactly which direction they will come from, but they do know they're on the pillar side of the map at the moment.
That's the reason why Xiao quickly went into the B servers, trying to get those angles down, just in case Black Dragon straight on raced into that B bottom. But instead, going to rotate through that central plaza, expecting a sniper over here on the position, but actually don't find any. Now they do. Find Xiao down. That's a sniper down. Only Shimo with 3 and 0 left.
And this one, of course, very hard. Loving the wraparound here from Shimo. I think that's the odds are biggest of that working out, but Danimal is holding that corner. 1v2 here for Shimo. Not impossible, certainly. Already has 3 kills picked up, feeling himself in that first round. He's going to eat the nade. Doesn't have to eat the second one. Able to get some damage down, but only enough. 1-1. Black Dragons even up the score.
Yeah, definitely a nice amount of shouting from them as well. Very nice and calculated round that one was. You could see that we're kind of like, these two teams are on a relatively similar playing level from what I can tell so far. It's only been 2 rounds. And of course, they didn't get to play against each other in the group stage. So this will be their first time playing here at this event. And I'm liking it so far.
One thing I'm worried about is what happens when we switch to Blacklist. Because that is where BaiSha Gaming, I think, goes from being a good team to being an insane team. But so far, very competitive, feeling very evenly matched, and after the amount of sweeps that we've had thus far, liking it a lot.
Flash in, entrance is good. 2-2 trade for now, but takes a whole lot more damage. As BaiSha, they were also ready with 3 men in that small room. And both teams really showing what they have done throughout the night before. And knowing that BaiSha Gaming love to just rocket launcher out the central plaza, Black Dragons just moving out slowly from the passage and taking slow control over the central plaza, poking into the A site. And BaiSha, knowing that Black Dragons, they love to poke a man or 2 into that A long. They have always put 2 or more members in that A room.
Again, very evenly matched as it currently stands. That's going to be N9, though, who has been really popping off so far, able to get that 1 kill. This is going to spark Gokun and Viana to move in pretty quickly. Kind of funny, Viana's got the sniper just because of his health bar, whereas Gokun has the 8K. And you can see they were able to take a shot at Xiao, but Xiao is able to take down Viana. And he's able to get a second one. Xiao shows up in a big way on that round.
Xiao's win rate against the opponent's sniper is through the roof. He does not. I don't think we've seen too many moments where Xiao actually lose that sniper duel. That's one of the biggest strengths of BaiSha Gaming, and the reason why they open up so many angles using Xiao, using that AWM into a slow push.
And when your sniper always hits, when you're always able to go and secure these angles a lot more proactively than a lot of other teams would dare to do, afraid that if you lose, you're down a member, enemy gets to lock down angles, whereas you're not going to be able to do so nearly as much. And this is something that I've been loving from BaiSha Gaming, is the relatively heavy spread on one side of the map and just having one person hold. Also saw all gamers do it with Wolf earlier on in the day. A bit of poke coming through, working effectively.
Yeah, Baby needs to hold that door because BaiSha already spent 3 men in that A room. The rotation is coming, but it takes a long time.
Baby's able to spot a lot of it and even pick off that 1 headshot. So here we go, 4-on-4. Will they commit to it? They don't have the bomb. And so just a lot of smoke going down. It doesn't feel like they're going to go in, but more movement towards the front, towards this smoke. Maybe looking to see if they can get 1 pick off before they go. The answer is going to be no. We will know what happens here after they do pick up this bomb.
Ended up using a lot of utility towards that B entrance, but still leading Vienna, making sure, and I think he was spotted by Xiao there, just didn't fire. As a bait, as pretending to be straight on attack. With that flash, I think some more idea is given to BaiSha that this is going to be somewhat of a push from the central plaza.
Looks like they're ready this time. Waiting, but look at that Gokun with the pistol, absolutely decimates them. Very little does remain of BaiSha Gaming, and Black Dragons, they don't want to let this one get away from them. 2 against 2 looking very likely here. Only a 9 with a minimal health bar. He's been playing out of his mind thus far, but server room is notoriously hard to retake. And into 3 members, it's very unlikely. And even with BaiSha Gaming going about it and being relatively ready, just really well executed by the Black Dragons.
I don't think these 2 teams can hear each other, but I do feel like the Black Dragons are trying to, shout even louder than they have in the past matches. Stephen Hughes going to get in there. Xiao will die to Gouken, but at the same time, he does get one, but still it's a big win here for the Black Dragons as they take over the pillar room.
And BaiSha. Okay, Shimo's position is understandable, but N9 sneaks into the central plaza so that he can catch at least one in the rotation. Spotted by Adrian. Good news for Black Dragons.
A lot of damage down. Similar position to last game, even more favorable for Black Dragons as BaiSha Gaming feeling forced to just leave open the entirety of that A side. Not gonna try and defend that, instead proactively pushing forward here towards double pillars. Adrian seems to suspect something, and N9, Adrian weakened him earlier, finishes off the job now. And 1-3, BaiSha Gaming about to be put onto a deficit here.
Still a bit of time left. And Shimo actually makes a rotation. If the C4 was slightly closer to that B side, I think they would have went in already. Slightly slower rotation. But still doesn't matter. A DRF, Adrian will get that kill. And Black Dragons leading. We were expecting this match to be competitive, and we have one.
I love, man, Adrian's got a big smile on his face, to be honest, putting his arms up in the air. They're really getting pumped. I'm sure all you Brazilian fans out there are getting pumped as well because Black Dragons are really taking it to them. It's obvious that they showed up, even to another level here, as I'm really loving their play here tonight. They are outplaying BaiSha Gaming so far in the first bunch of rounds that we have had here on the first map. It's only the beginning, but it's definitely a really good look to start us off, and that is exciting that at least we'll get a close matchup.
And also Black Dragons understanding that BaiSha Gaming, even from GR, they would love to move around even if the map is compound. And respecting that, they have been waiting in a lot of these positions. Zooming up, getting those kills, trying to poke from the side, either from the double pillars, a long, even into central plaza. And because of that, BaiSha Gaming lost a lot of their position. They're pushing through.
Down, DPQ able to get two. Importantly enough, the push kind of stifled here. And 9, those that are in that room. Can he follow though? Big risk involved. Animal is waiting for him around the corner and looks like he wants to coordinate. Oh no, they're both going to wrap around all the way. Shimo and 9 trying to make a play. Shimo not quite looking in the right direction just yet. Action hiding in an attempt. Don't think he spotted it, but should be able to pick up the free kill. And 9 trades. Now it's a 1 versus 1. 17 seconds on the clock. And 9 not wanting to jump down just yet. Sees Danimal. Danimal sees him. A little bit of back and forth, but he jumps down. It's going to be evening up. And 9 clutching it out for BaiSha Gaming.
Yeah, with not that many seconds left on the clock, and 9 knew that he had to be swift. Go into the back part of the server. That's exactly where he was hiding. And didn't really let the time go by. Good, quick decision making, and also the kill grabbing action at the end.
Yeah, I actually really liked Action's spot as they were coming in there. Thought maybe he was just going to pick up the quick double kill and put it into that round, but not quite meant to be. And 9 definitely putting on a nice performance there. Set 1 currently at 3-3. So far, Black Dragons have been playing a very calculated game. It hasn't been, okay, we're going to throw a couple smokes and run in. It feels like a lot of checking, a lot of double checking at times. And then going for a play, a lot of poking in, retreating, going for another angle. Definitely feels like they've come prepared.
After poking into the B room once, not directly in, but again and again, it has been Central Plaza, but going back to this A long. Okay, first checking for Sniper. And 9 again in that space. Baby's also ready to back him up with the flash, and he managed to escape with 2 kills.
Doesn't he have to trade? I mean, he took a quarter of his health. I guess that's a trade.
Well, quarter of his health for 2 kills.
Well,
then he has way too much HP.
I thought it was a great trade.
Yeah. He's also casually 12-3. in 7 rounds.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Pretty decent.
Yeah. Best action. And he's going to get the best of him, actually baits him into a very aggressive maneuver. Able to pop him down. N9 picks up his 13th kill of the contest so far. Goken now, we know what he can do, as N9 is going to pick up yet another kill. I think that's his 4th so far, but Shimo's going to pick up number 5. That is going to be, this time, BaiSha Gaming taking the lead 4-3.
And I'm going to remain skeptical. I think thus far it's been a close round, but if BaiSha Gaming come out of this one, even with a 5-4, maybe a 6-3 lead, I am not convinced until I have seen them play, or I've seen BaiSha rather play on Blacklist, because that is to me where they always excel. And I think as Black Dragons, you are really looking to win the next 2 rounds and get into that second half with as much of a lead as you can possibly find. This is good. Very, very strong. Not checking for DBQ. He takes one, and N9 takes another. But even with a 2-for-2 trade, they've made their way onto that server room.
2-2 trade, and not a bad rotation from BaiSha Gaming either. They're already onto the right post. And also, Xiao around the corner with a sniper, so this is a quite unusual position for a sniper to be. From the side instead, and has some time to work this through. 3 men down in the server.
Right, they're in the servers. First snipe, second kill. Go in the way of Black Dragons. We see trying to go for the heads here is Xiao. Let's see if he can do it. He's not going to even get the snipe as Goken takes him down. Ties us up again. And like you said, Chronicler, this gives them the best chance. They got to try to get as many rounds as possible on Blacklist before we swap over, just to even give yourself that confidence going up against BaiSha.
Definitely, right. As back of Black Dragons' mind, they have that on the second half. It's going to be really tough for us to defend. We have to get maximum on the first half.
Oh, look at the N9. He's pushing very, very deep. Already past Danimal. Might not see one another. Meanwhile, Pillars getting stifled. Smokes and nades. Adrian taken low already. They're going to push in regardless. Basically blind. He's waiting.
Because the animals on the other side, they have no idea that N9's coming from behind.
Oh no! Oh, not like this! Oh, okay, 1-for-1 though.
But at the same time, Baby jumps on the window and get those 2 free kills. They were looking behind.
I think it was as good a response as you could have possibly hoped for from Black Dragons. A completely unexpected spawn, only ending in one person getting taken low, one person getting taken down. The real kicker, of course, is the pressure that then comes through from the rest of the of BaiSha Gaming, rather. Now, though, there is a road open towards A side. They have barely been playing towards that. And I'm sure at this point, BaiSha are also suspecting some funny business. Not seeing Goken or Danimal.
We have the 2-man squad, Baby and Xiao, moving around the map, checking for where Black Dragons are. Okay, C4. Let's have some more time, 45 seconds. They're right next to the plant.
Oh, man.
And Xiao does get few tags. And that's a red sign for sure.
Interesting camera angle there. Goken is trying to defend this alone with the sniper and 7 health.
He's in a weird spot. He's stuck right in the middle. Yeah. There's no way of surviving with a sniper gun right there.
BaiSha incredibly excited after winning that one, and they should be. They're up 5-4 on the Global Risk side, and now they get to go onto Blacklist, and this is where the fun begins for them, as we have been talking about. Curious to see if Black Dragons are going to be able to hold off the onslaught that we are expecting. I mean, so far, though, I'm very impressed by what Black Dragons have been able to show us.
Not believing, I need to see it. If Black Dragons are able to actually match them well when they are on Global Risk, if they can hold down the offense, I think we will get a banger series, definitely all the way, because I think when these 2 teams are evenly matched, it creates very, very entertaining gameplay, right? We've seen clutch moments of basically any player at this point in time. I think it's looking really, really good. But I am I've gotten a little bit too scared by BaiSha Gaming on Global or on a Blacklist, rather.
Yeah.
It's just
all the time.
Every time, all the time. Every map. So I need those fears to be taken away by Black Dragons. You know, please do so that we get to enjoy a nice long day of Crossfire. 5 games would be a pleasure.
We already had a 3-0. 3-2 would be a lovely score for the second semifinals. Now let's see the spread for Black Dragons. No one coming towards that Central Plaza, keeping it passive for the first round. And knowing that BaiSha does love to send 2 men, at least towards that double pillars to begin with, and also open up the central and keep this position from Xiao with the nest, and always winning that duel into that A entrance action. Yeah, Black Dragons, they have sort of put their sniper and everyone else towards the back, safe spots, so they don't get caught from any flash.
Here comes Vienna. There are 3 members over towards A at the moment defending. And then we got a couple over on B. There's a lot of smoke down, though. Take a look at this. There's 1 at the A entrance, 2 at the B entrance. And I think they're going into the back. At least one guy is. There's just all these fights happening in the smoke, and so far the defense is good. As Black Dragons are just ready and waiting for them. And 9 able to pick up 1, though, and make this 2v3 as they make their way onto the B site.
At least they have the C4. And drop it down. Had 33 seconds left on the clock. 3 members waiting. Black Dragons, they can send 1 back, but instead they will just push this one with their firepower. Looking back on the rifle.
Yeah, and key thing for me here is even with a man up, it's such a hard one, but Dan Xiao does have to hit his shots. Won't be able to action, picking up a huge kill. Now it's just a 9. Yes, time is on his side, but there's 3 people looking for him. Action is diffusing, and the reinforcements are there.
Stop diffuser!
Oh, he gets it, but with Vienna picking up the return kill, the fuse will come through. Only a second and a half left on the clock. 5-5. That's exactly the type of gameplay I'm looking for from Black Dragons.
If N9 was able to get Goken, Vienna might not have enough time because he was right next to N9.
With Xiao hits that shot. And
yeah, dangerous positioning there as BaiSha almost made it into a successful attack at the B site. Black Dragons feeling good, winning that second half.
It's definitely a great showing. Even here on the first round, Black Dragons able to take them down. And BaiSha, I feel like relatively slow, at least waiting to see what Black Dragons would do first, and then they go for an aggressive push. An almost over-aggressive push through the smoke, I should say. So when they did go, it was pretty big still, as it does look like they are going to go big over towards the A side this time around. It has been action. Once again, as you mentioned, just waiting here in this A room, trying to pick people off. But we do have 3 members over here looking for a more aggressive play.
I think he has somewhat spotted that there will be members coming towards him. This is the off angle where you can actually check A long, but the opponent can't. And Action spotted them.
And they leave.
Also has Xiao
Politely.
from the nest, so any rotation from the Central Plaza will be caught. Ooh, and respecting the A defense. After a flash, just backing off to the Central Plaza.
people down in action, not that easily foiled. Still have Ghost waiting. That's 1. Animal rotates over, doesn't even get taken down, and Ghost getting another one. This is a freebie. That's not quite going to be the case just yet. Danimal and Adrian still have the opportunity to pull this one back, but it will be a 2 versus 2.
I love how they swarmed Goken there. Black Dragons, the rest of the players weren't able to get over and defend their sniper, and the 2 of them just swarmed him and rushed him down before he could do anything with his pistol. And that's how they're able to make this 2v2 and get the bomb down, even after a somewhat shaky engage onto the A site.
So spotted, so Danimal got the good headshot line. Xiao comes into the site, peeks out, looking for that headshot, but Danimal wins that fight. It's going to be an easy defuse with plenty of time left on the clock.
Black Dragons, they're shouting, they're feeling it. This is where BaiSha Gaming was supposed to be the strongest. And honestly, this is turning out to be a banger of a first map. Very, very close. Teams really evenly matched. And thus far, Black Dragons seemingly to be the first one at CFS 2021 that is actually able to match the raw threat that BaiSha Gaming is able to bring on Blacklist.
Xiao there. He had some time to go back to A long. Maybe didn't have the perfect info where the second person was coming in from the A entrance. But there was still an A long plant from the side. He could have at least got a few more seconds off the bomb. But moving on.
Yeah. I was kind of interested about that as well. Like maybe he was just really feeling himself. Because, I mean, he was kind of running in 1v2 with the pistol, right? Like, he did get the kill, but at the same time, it's like, you really need to do that. Maybe he just wanted to pick off one and then, you know, try to make it a 1v1, and then he felt like he couldn't move from that scenario. Either way, here's a very aggressive push onto A, right through Central Plaza, and Xiao's right there to stop the wraparounds coming in from Adrian. So this time, just swinging the hammer is BaiSha Gaming. Just really holding nothing back there.
5v2. These conditions are... Well, as I was about to say anything...
It's very hard.
Yeah, they were covered by so many angles. And 3 men backing up from that GR base. There was close to no way of breaking through that angle. Yeah, this is why BaiSha is scary on BL. When they get some sniper action, especially because they get the control on the plaza. The sniper's nets cuts the rotational work from B to the passage and into passage into A. And because of that, Black Dragons has to go around. And talking about going around,
Shima was holding that angle for quite a while.
Oh, man.
Not long enough, though, and might now have a false sense of security.
What is this rotation by Black Dragons?
Yeah, it's very aggressive. There we go. Adrian finds one. They've been found out, but damage might have already been done, and now...
Going.
Yeah, BaiSha Gaming, they feel corralled. And I don't even know if this is really worth it unless we can see Vienna come up huge here. He's just given up server room for a big wraparound. Yes, he got a kill, but I don't know if that's going to be enough when you have to dig through 4 people that have now set up shop here on B side.
Yeah. Everyone down in the servers. But still 5 men available for Black Dragons and some time left. Let's see the dive into the servers. B bottom, 20 seconds.
Right, here we go. Smokes are down, Danimal's up over the top, and everybody's kind of just hiding in the servers. There's only 2 of them left. Shimo goes down, and Xiao with the sniper, he's just trying to survive. He's buying so much time, and he will go down, but is the defuse in time is the question. Oh, no, it's not, just barely. As the 4.5, it is not enough time there, and Black Dragons just barely can't get the defuse off.
Yeah, that going up the stairs and ducking down to evade to not get hit by a headshot basically won them the round. What a game, because it seemed like for a moment Black Dragons, they had enough people down at servers, but just could not find the final person of BaiSha.
Xiao, harbinger of doom for Black Dragons. Every time that this man pulls out the sniper rifle, the problems start, and I love the attempt at that rotation coming through from the Dragons, right? All the way around, pick up a kill on Adrian, or with Adrian rather, but then we saw the issue that once BaiSha Gaming is set up, they don't hesitate. I think that's a big difference. Nice pick off by Kokendo, already thinning out the troops. Back-to-back trades, back and forth here, 3 versus 3 right now.
But action in A long, gets immediately found by DBQ. What a headshot.
That's big.
3v2, plant comes down, here comes Danimal. He's been pretty big so far, pretty clutch I should say. He's pushing in, getting a decent amount of damage done. As he hits the headshot, had a really nice headshot line there with the pistol. Looks like they'll just back away for now and try to take the 2v2. DBQ, though, is going to get the 1 kill onto Adrian as Danimal is slowly slinking forward. He's going to beat up Xiao, but it's not enough. Xiao gets the shot, and it will be 8-6 in favor of BaiSha.
8-6 and 3 rounds in a row for BaiSha. That's big news. Black Dragons, we thought they had some momentum coming into the second half, but every time it came close, but BaiSha running away just by another step every single time.
We've seen the resilience of the Black Dragons. In their very first match of the tournament against Lazarus, they were pushed to the very brink. 10-8 in the first round, and then a golden round. And despite the deficits they faced, they never gave up. Team with this much experience, this much class, you're not expecting them to do anything else. Shimo sniffing out this possible push. As Viana finds one, wins versus Xiao. That's an achievement in of itself.
And I think they're just going to pull the trigger and
yeah,
go.
they're going to do it again. They're just going to rush to the side. He's more than ready. That's 2. This is such a pivotal round for BaiSha Gaming. Black Dragons, though. Goken coming up so insanely clutch. Yes, Shima picks up the kill, but there's still 4 more rather where that came from. And if you don't put BaiSha Gaming on match point, Black Dragons win this one, and you're only 1 win away. What a beautiful first map here between these 2 semi-finalists.
C4 down near the entrance from the Central Plaza. Shimo, at this rate, I don't think he cares about the C4. I will try to find at least a couple, then think about planting. There's no one at B side. It is totally open. Of course, as C4 is just dropped down towards A. No reason to guard this site at all.
Unfortunate.
Unlucky. Here comes Shimo. He's going to have to take out one at a time. They're going to be holding all of these off angles.
This angle is not checked off the time. Yep, an easy kill.
Nicely done. And they made it look easy at the end, but remember, Goken with the triple headshot. Tactical pause from the Black Dragons.
I love this. I think this is exactly the moment to use this. They've seen him use the tactical balls with great efficiency before. And if you can get the first win here, if you can get that first map against BaiSha Gaming, that's going to throw them. They haven't lost a single map, haven't been on the back foot for the entirety of the tournament thus far.
As you can see, a lot of these numbers. The first 2, Black Dragons 3 in a row by BaiSha, and then Black Dragons getting that 15th round. Baby has been somewhat quiet in the second half. I think that's the number that we're seeing here, and all the numbers not bad for Black Dragons all around.
Yeah, Danimal had a huge amount of damage. We saw that DBQ had the highest amount of assists. And I think N9 had the largest amount of kills. So let's see what they're going to do.
This is indeed a very important moment for Black Dragons. BaiSha, they never lost a map yet. And they're very close, 8-7. Rather bring the first map, because as we go down the road, we have Ankara, Subbase, Black Widow. And of course, Black Dragons are really great on those maps too. But BaiSha has a lot of win records. Yeah, winning in the group stage. And you can have the pause every single map, so why not use it yet?
I quite like it. This is the biggest one. Black Dragons. This is the one I think you want to start off your series with. Win this next one, only win 2 more, and you are in a position where, for BaiSha Gaming, all of a sudden, you're the one who is getting swept. You're the one who is to play from a deficit. Always a lot more pressure, and especially for a team with such an decisive and aggressive style, moments of hesitation can be a huge problem. Now, seeing, again, very slow, respectful gameplay. It makes sense with the aggressive pushes that Black Dragon have been sending their way.
Vienna there, trying to get the perfect flash in when there's information by his teammate. But BaiSha Gaming this time, not even peeking towards that A side. Slowly rotating into the double pillars. Dragons are ready with 2 men. Danimal, Adrian in this bait spot. They can stall a lot of time as long as they stay at the 180 angle.
3 grenades through and no committal. Looks like Black Dragons are just going to back off. So are BaiSha. And I mean, they've done this a lot where they throw down smokes and then they just run down mid and they choose a path and then they go. Whatever the path of least resistance is. And I think we're going to get something similar here.
Smokes, both entrance and also the cut down from the passage.
Take control, running in hot, shooting blind, not finding the first one quite yet, but Shima picking up a double. And 9 now holding this corner. Goken, he doesn't see it coming, and look at him! Look at the patience
on the flash.
on this man!
Now.
Incredible. Not gonna take him down, and with the plant already down in service, don't even need a headshot, but why wouldn't you go for it? Lena tries, but N9! Unmatched, incredible game, and now all of a sudden 2 match points. That tactical pass not quite working out. BaiSha Gaming looking at the 1-0 here.
Yeah, that was such an important round after the pause. Dragons not being able to grab that. I thought they had okay defense, but the double smoke up at the B entrance really gave them a big puzzle. And Goken this far out. Knew that BaiSha Gaming was having the long rotation. We also tried this at least once yesterday night. Worked again against BaiSha Gaming.
Yeah, he's going to hold down this angle. I think that Goken's like, hold on, let me handle mid, because it doesn't feel like our team has enough defense over here. They were playing those kind of mid pushes a little bit more passively, where they just wait for the smokes and they wait you to run through the smoke and then try to chop you down there as you're coming into B or A. But wasn't working out for them.
You can also feel the tension from BaiSha. Triple nade. Just for the bait spot. We'll find no one.
With those nades.
Yeah, but that gave out a lot of information to Black Dragons. 3-man defense towards B.
And last time they threw 3 nades and didn't actually end up going for it. This time, looks like the actual committal is coming through. 3 people on site. It's a 3 versus 3. I think they might have spotted N9 jumping over there. Wondering whether they'll want to wait for DBQ to come in as well. Just making sure that there's no one hiding. Adrian in action, still off on the A side. Flashes come in, but not enough just yet. Baby wants to go. 30 seconds left on the clock. There we go. Flash from Denmal. Does he still find a kill? Service.
Wow.
The rest of the members go down, taken down relentlessly by Baby and a 9, and now server room set up, match point. BaiSha Gaming looking to take the 1-0 here over Black Dragons.
And B entrance lands, not from the sideways, but Adrian trades 1. Action gets another kill. 1-1 DBQ with such low HP. Still a lot of time, so Action can actually make this one happen.
Ooh, not able to hit the head. This is looking pretty good for Action. Just needs to hit 1 pistol shot. Knows where he is. He's looking. He's got to go for the kill, but no, it's DBQ! He hits him down, and that's going to do it. Not even a headshot. DBQ is able to just pull the trigger fast enough and take him down. And just like that, 10-7. But what a round it was. I don't think 10-7 tells the full story. That one should have been a golden rounder, in my opinion. It was so back and forth, but not meant to be. BaiSha Gaming are going to start off strong. All right, here we are on Ankara. Looks like BaiSha are able to get Blacklist for this time around to start us off. So this will quickly answer our question about, have they just decided to go for a slightly more passive style in terms of how they attack against the Black Dragons specifically? Was it map dependent, or was it, situation dependent, feeling that, okay, Black Dragons are playing really well on compound, let's take it slower? We'll get to see here in just a moment.
Great questions, Feldas.
I'm just a great question asker.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
I mean, it's an important life skill. Being able to ask the right questions.
We need someone to give us the answer.
Oh! God!
That's
And
not
even
fair.
gonna push.
That's like laser beam from the space.
yeah. He didn't
You
get
just-
to do anything.
You cannot escape it.
of course, it
That
costs a
was-
lot, but like when it lands,
Wow.
feels pretty good.
Yeah, but if you can get a kill with a grenade, it doesn't happen all the time.
That is. Imagine being the animal. He was like, oh yeah, I'm
Well, I guess
covering.
yep.
I guess I don't.
I guess I'll watch
guys,
now.
there were 3 members in quarters.
Free guys. And this is the thing. They don't even push, right? They keep the tension on, the pressure on. We see Adrian. He's like, well, are they actually going? Don't quite know just yet.
What a start, and still BaiSha just building it, not checking office at all,
Yeah.
which is a surprise to me. Spots
Okay.
Adrian near the base, but we do have action. Well, spotted on the other side. N9 jumps at the perfect timing.
Yeah, I'm not sure why he was looking to the left. Should have been the call if they were coming in from the right.
Goken.
And Goken's like, hold on, boys, let me get this.
Super Saiyan mode activated.
We don't need you. The rest of you. It's
Goken.
all right, you got Goken.
Almost looking for the third shot. Not able to find it. Then Xiao.
Just too
Xiao
many.
ducked down
Yeah,
to escape from that shot.
that's it. Gets the defuse. That's going to be the first round, or not the defuse, the kill. Okay, he was planning the bottom. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. I'm like, I thought BaiSha was on blacklist.
They were.
It hasn't really been a long day. I have no excuses. Anyway,
But the action was way too quick.
the action
was
was
an
too quick
excuse.
for me. That's what it was. All right. Well, here we go.
Yeah.
It was pretty interesting. I felt like BaiSha were almost playing like a Celebi-esque style where it was
Yes.
like, poking, get a kill, wait, rotate, no committal. Very interesting how they've changed up their style a bit.
Yeah, great point, Valdez. As they had the nade, which is a usual Chinese strategy of just having 2 nade, 3 nades at a single spot. But after that, their rotation was actually super quick. Here comes the office. Action. 3 men ready for Black Dragons.
The
Spray.
N9. Trying to salvage it. Quite going to be enough.
He's got Shimo to back him up.
Shimo comes from the yard passage. So helps his teammate out. N9 still very low. Might actually consider switching. But N9 doesn't really use AWM at all.
All right, let's see how this one is going to go. Viana's right here, but Shimo ready from the underside. I don't think Viana has any idea. And Shimo just
No.
goes back. He's like, not ready. Got to wait for my teammates. These
Oh
they're
my
just
God.
like behind each
Look
other
at Xiao.
everywhere. Nice.
Very nicely done by Danimal. All of a sudden, 2 versus 2, and Xiao maybe a little bit too clever for his own good.
Yeah, that rotation was somewhat weird from BaiSha because 3 of their members, they were all going over the place, not towards
Yeah.
a single direction.
Viana did kind of get chunked over there. They will get this plant. So you see trying to get that shot down, but not quite able to. Danimal, very quick rotation. He's able to get Shimo down. N9 basically has no health and no shot is going to hit Danimal. And that will be the win here to Black Dragons as they pick up the defuse.
So much energy coming out from both teams every single round, especially when they win. And this is what we have expected for the semifinals. Black Dragons will not go down without a fight for sure.
Won the ring. But it's going to be similar to last game where, yes, it started off very, very even. But once BaiSha Gaming was able to really get a grip of the game, it was basically impossible to match for Team Black Dragons. Now on the way to the site. See action, he's going to run for the hills. Still gets away with his life.
Yeah, as long as he stays in that office, they have somewhat of pressure from D-Long. So BaiSha Gaming can't really go to a comfortable spot, so they have to smoke this one out. But the retake 5v5.
Well, let's see how it is going to go, as many of these angles covered, of course, 5v5. Going through the smoke, Diana's able to get one, but it instantly gets headshot by Baby. They don't have much time with so many members up. Goken is getting a lot of kills, though. With the pistol, he does go down. 10 seconds left. They got to get the kills here, as DBQ is just going to wipe them in the end. And screams come out from the side of BaiSha, as that ended up being actually a pretty close round.
Yeah. Basically chaos with 5 or more smokes down near the bomb site. No person actually had the right vision. It was all closed by the smokes, so they just had to rush in, find the enemy on your own. The comms didn't really matter, as it was a 5v5. But DBQ still holding that B bottom was the key to that defense.
And the key telling part to me here is that if BaiSha Gaming, when they did this against any team in Group B, they would have just won that fight 4, maybe 3-0. Maybe giving up a single person, but
Yeah.
Black Dragons is so much stronger, and that's why you gotta keep hope and keep believing. Very nice nade there. Good flash.
Huge entry kill from that 9.
Yeah, that's a good start.
Open the sub.
Not looking good, and now everyone taken down, full control of the site. Action does find the kill on Xiao.
Okay. A rare sight where Xiao loses the standing duel.
Yeah, he was actually a little bit slow on the trigger. I don't think, maybe he wasn't expecting him to be there. Either way, that's going to make this a little bit more doable for Black Dragons if they try, as it's still BaiSha with 4 on the site here, but a headshot comes in from Action. He's been pretty clutch.
180 covered though.
How's he done? But is it enough? I'm not quite sure. Goken takes them down. And we were talking about how clutch this man was, 2-2. Normally, I think people here would just fold. But Black Dragons, they're of another caliber. They can stand up to the might of BaiSha Gaming. And just a beautiful crossfire we're witnessing here.
Black Dragons not going for the easy, not going for the usual, putting all of their men into the B-long air duct. Was able to outnumber them. You know, offense, no one actually went to the passage, so BaiSha, they lost the firepower on A bottom. And these are the strategy that Black Dragon pulls off when they're doing so well.
That's an awkward spot. Nice check, actually, by BaiSha to check for him in that corner. As Danimal comes in quickly, he's really going for these early shots without his team, trying to pick someone off. Not going to happen. Baby gets the bomb down. You can see Danimal still waiting, still trying to pick away.
Still lots of utility left on both teams.
Look at DBQ. He's in central plaza. He's gonna flank. But it might not matter because 2 of them go down. Nice grenade and a second snipe comes in from Xiao. Adrian, a couple of kills himself. He picks up some more ammo, but it's not going to happen. Xiao with 3 kills on the round.
Yeah, when Xiao gets into that comfortable position of sniper zone, you're in trouble from on the other side. And especially B-long, even if you're coming from the office. Unless you have mad smokes or pretty good flash timing, it's going to be incredibly hard. It's Black Dragons that retake 5v4. It did not succeed there. BaiSha Gaming, they're always breaking through, and I think out of 6 rounds, at least there was 4 bomb planted. So their initial approach, their strategy is indeed working.
And I think something that also needs to be noted is that we've seen BaiSha Gaming go for so many more prepared strategies, right? We saw the triple nade come through earlier. There's been a lot more that has been asked from them on a strategic level than has been the case previously. They did see the other he's around the corner, haven't quite spotted it yet. Not able to get that much done, unfortunately. Action though, very nice pick off, keeping this from being a true disaster. Can't quite deny access to the site. Plan's going to come through, but look at this. High-tempo gameplay coming through. Black Dragons are already in the site. That's one. Goku finds another. It's going to be enough. Zhao does not do it.
Again.
And what a beautiful retake here from Black Dragons. 3-3, and this series is delivering.
Yes, Chronicler said the quick tempo take. That was triple smoke at A passage.
Yeah.
And BaiSha Gaming, because last retake was basically everyone from A long instead from Black Dragons. This was unexpected and unexpected timing with over 30 seconds left on the bomb. The speed was the key to that retake, and Black Dragons matching the round score.
Imagine that. I mean, Xiao was
Vienna
holding
again.
down Vienna is just getting so many on the back, and that's going to mean that action can come in from the other angle. And now they're getting pumped because they just destroyed them there in that round. They were able to take the one before, and here come the Black Dragons.
I'm loving it. This is completely unlike what we've seen. Black Dragons, yeah, of course, they have been bested before, but they have also looked clearly like the second best team in their group, only unable to stand up to all gamers who, frankly, are looking more dominant with every passing round that we see. But BaiSha Gaming, no one matched them in Group B, and already our own G-Clev was mentioning, yeah, I think Group A might be, you know, a little bit stacked. Very, very strong. We might be seeing some of that discrepancy come to fruition here as BaiSha Gaming having a much tougher time against the Black Dragons that is just looking so clutch.
Yeah, Black Dragons, they left A top open, and in the meantime, they got control over the connector. They got a free kill onto Shimo. The bomb will be down soon enough, but they also have action covering from the top.
It's Xiao. He's in a really cheeky spot because they have 3 on the site, right? So he's going to try to get the stragglers that slowly come in. But Adrian knows, and he immediately headshots him. It's going to make this retake much easier for Black Dragons.
And Black Dragons still have they have so much flash.
Play. Time's ticking down, but these kills. Incredible, yeah, baby. 1 versus 5. That's not happening. Black Dragons. I really hope you can hear the shouting behind me. They've earned it. 2 rounds in a row. Black Dragons are pulling out. Might even be 3, actually. I think it was a 3-2 for BaiSha.
I believe so.
3 in a row. Possible 4th in a row would be beautiful if Black Dragons are able to actually match, because this is BaiSha on the blacklist.
When things don't work out, it's very likely a B-bottom or yard push from BaiSha. Action knows that it's coming. Xiao gets the kill on action, but few more members in waiting. B-side, maybe does not know Adrian's right there. Will be a 1-1 trade again. Not the animal.
Tricky spot. Didn't clear it. And you can see Danimal's just going to back off, wait for his teammates now. Actually denies the plant as well. The bomb isn't down. Danimal going to get a second one. DBQ trying to cut him off. He gets cut down. Diana's getting pumped. Trying to throw in some back talk as well. 6-3 in favor of the Black Dragons.
Leading up.
This is exactly what he expected for the semifinals. Much more competitive match, and BaiSha, they never looked this weak. They are going for the backup, but it's they're not cutting down the backup. Instead, it's Black Dragons actually bringing down every single member, and Goken's pistol headshots today has been insane, getting all the riflers down.
Yeah, and it's not even, you know, like this guy is insane, Goken, but I feel like Adrian as well is really stepping up. Action has been having an overperformance so far on this map. It's been really awesome to see Black Dragons just coming together as a team and straight up outplay BaiSha Gaming. Now, the map isn't over yet. We are here at the half, of course. BaiSha supposed to be stronger here on the blacklist side, so it's still a huge win for Black Dragons. But let's see how it goes from here.
The momentum certainly shifted into Black Dragon, and BaiSha with the rotation. Of course, an aggressive positioning member has to be in the office. That's going to be Baby, but over here, towards the air duct, Goken's got the cover angle.
Fire in the hole!
He's spotted at 9.
Yeah.
Like, no, I don't think I'll deal with that. Goodbye.
If I'm on 9 and I knew, if he saw Goken, he's like, no,
No, goodbye.
get me out of here.
Don't wanna, no, I got a bad feeling about this one.
I don't want to poke the bear. Retaking their own central plaza just to make sure, but BaiSha nowhere to be found. They've got one guy in office, one guy on A. There's a couple of guys rotating over towards B at the moment.
Maybe spots multiple members coming up. No reason to stay there because the backup members were far away into the B site. Only almost 5 men gathered up from BaiSha. This rotation is being 100% red. Only 40 seconds. Black Dragons taking a lot of their time setting up their attack and actually rotating back towards all the way back to the quarters.
And BaiSha are reading it. See Shimo and DBQ both making their way over. But that might have been the signal. Because 3 people have been rotated over. That's the pick. That Shao already gone down. They were not ready for this whatsoever. Maybe not able to pick off anyone. Will get action in the end. Let's pay for it with his life. DBQ.
Oh,
no,
man.
says Goken. With 5 seconds left on the clock, the plant comes through. Now it's just Shimo and N9 and Black Dragons. This is such a big round. If they take this one, Goken says yes. Finds another. Black Dragons 7-3. BaiSha Gaming getting put down here by the Black Dragons.
Yeah, they're just crushing them now. It's not even a question. It's so many rounds in a row. I think 5 now for the Black Dragons. They are the better team on this map, and they are showing it very forcefully to BaiSha Gaming that they are the ones that deserve to go on to the next round.
Maybe time to see a card for the first time now. I think it's really the time. Maybe they just want to roll, and talking, of course, BaiSha, roll with the game and see what happens. The Black Dragons breaking through. This is a much quicker approach compared to the last round.
That's not good. And 9 finds 2. Black Dragons immediately decide the better of it. Are like, no, we don't want to deal with this. Let's rotate over. Try their very best to get away from the pressure that was coming through. Now, still, there's possibilities. 3 versus 5 is not impossible, but will be quite hard as they are making their way over towards that B side.
Yeah, slowly maneuvering their way in is Black Dragons. It's totally empty right now, so they should be able to take this for free, essentially. BaiSha trying to stack one side of the map and hope that they don't lose that initial firefight. And they're not going to, because they won't be in the right spot. Black Dragons would love to plant and also pick off Xiao, who is back at the spawn. But here comes BaiSha as they have read the situation.
Oh. Spreading out, going for central passage. Couple of people going there through B bottom. Xiao, he's waiting.
Just waiting for the bomb to be planted, but Adrian gets the first headshot. So 3-4.
Picks up a 9.
Bomb planted all the way inside B.
Goken gets great information. He keeps checking under B. He knows they're not coming that way. It's a shot as here comes the onslaught of BaiSha Gaming, but a first snipe comes in from Goken. Adrian with the headshot, 3 against 2. Now DBQ evens it up. He's coming down, but Goken hits him with the pistol, and that's 6 rounds in a row for the Black Dragons.
I am loving this. This is just incredible. Black Dragons. I think it was you, Veldis, who said they're a good team, but thus far at CFS 2021, it feels like they haven't really been playing up to their potential. We know these players are better than what they've shown thus far. If I'm seeing this, I'm like, absolutely yes. They are looking like a title contender. Incredible resilience after a close round, sure, but not a round in which it felt like they were ever really able to cross the gap towards BaiSha Gaming.
I think it was G-Clef, actually.
Well,
to
maybe,
give credit.
Okay, well, then it was G-Clef.
Yeah,
credit for you.
Yeah. We were all talking together.
We were talking about how we
was
felt like the
certainly not.
Brazilian teams were not playing at their full potential. And now I think Black Dragons are finally hitting that level.
Yeah. They're looking incredible.
And the moment they show their power, That's when they become real scary, running off with this many rounds in a row. But BaiSha Gaming still has the power, and they can cut off members just like that. One started from the air duct, but leaving that yard side open shows a lot of their confidence again. Leaving Xiao to take care of the bottom tunnel and also the yard side. That baby's ready, listening to a few footsteps from the office, but he's way far off now.
Here they go again.
Just up to Xiao.
B bottom push.
misses!
That's a costly one. Xiao. Not a shot, but there is the flank from Baby. Picks up one, but runs off, knowing Goken's shot today is shooting very, very true. All the shots hitting. Bazalodo hasn't died a single time yet. Here has Goken. But one time he's got to be the first. Gets blown up there by Shimo. Only the last couple of shots necessary. Yes, the bomb is planted, but I feel like finally BaiSha Gaming going to pick up at the very least a single round as Shimo finds one. Action, he keeps tapping. 50 seconds on the clock, but 3 man. That's way too much, and BaiSha Gaming at least going to make sure the Black Dragons don't hit that match point just yet.
Of course, they were outnumbered by that time. After Goken going down, but no one was covering for that office angle. That was a free kill onto Adrian. And Action barely dodged that shot.
I was waiting for the card, just right there, just to throw them off. I think if they win the next round, it's 100% coming.
Yeah, I was actually surprised there was no screaming of Jayo or any kind of let's go or anything.
Not yet.
Yeah,
They are very much, you know, they're like, okay,
It's the
we see you, Black Dragons,
it's the
all
tilt
right.
forward, you know. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, now we're actually gaming. No
It's like
time.
there's no shouting. It's all focus. Oh, this is looking good for Black Dragons. They enter cleanly. Only Action goes down, and he was the first one in. Baby's in the smoke, and Piano's just trying to spray him down. Not quite able to do so as they're fighting over outside of A. Piano gets him with the grenade. And Xiao alone able to get one, but he's got one man in a dream by himself. Let's see if he can do it.
It can be possible, especially because he has picked up an M4. But he has to bring Goken down. That will be the main problem.
Look at his body system as well.
Spotted
Oh, he's
one.
made his way on. Now they see him, but this should be almost impossible. Doesn't find Adrian. Nice jump down. That is match points. 5 of them. Black Dragons looking to be the first team. Let's see if it's 2021 that takes a map off of BaiSha Gaming. 9-4 dominance from the Brazilian team here.
If it was going to be one team, I would have guessed it would have been Black Dragons before this tournament even began. So it's nice to see that everything's kind of coming back to what we would have expected in terms of levels of play before this tournament. And this isn't just a victory so far. I mean, it's 9-4. They're kind of stomping there. It was so many rounds in a row. They kind of gave them a taste of their own medicine. Now, they do have to close it out, but generally when we see teams in this position, it's pretty easy. They close it out 10-4, 10-5, and then we go on to the next map.
And Dragons setting up themselves near the yard. They have this center passage fully controlled. And BaiSha, because they have Baby out in office, which is actually not getting too much information, their defense, when needed, it's actually pretty weak. Okay, in the middle, DPG strikes back from the back, gets double.
That's looking good. They've made their way onto the side, but it's 2 against 4. Plant needs to come through. Action walks into multiple, not able to make that work. Goken, he's done it before. Can he pull off a miracle? 1 versus 3 with just a sniper. He's not ready. And even if he hit that shot, I don't think it would have mattered. BaiSha Gaming at least keep themselves in the game, but for Black Dragons, it's not the end of the world. There's still 4 rounds left for them, and you can see as well, they're still hyped, they're still pumped, whereas BaiSha Gaming, it's all focus.
They have to get 4 rounds in a row, or else they straight up lose the map to the Black Dragons, which will be the first time. And usually when we see the teams, especially the Chinese teams, the teams that have streaks of win, after losing a single map, sometimes they break apart. Because they're just so used to winning, the atmosphere is never the same.
True. Some teams, you know, you gotta know how to win and you gotta know how to lose as well. But sometimes when you win too much, you just never learn. It's a great point. And I'm just curious how they're going to react. Black Dragons here. You can see that front yard totally open. They're just doing a similar defense to what they did before, where Xiao kind of has to cover the front yard and under B. And you got the one guy on office for some of that extra info.
Yeah, this is just well researched by Black Dragons, knowing that BaiSha, they always love to put one on the office. So at the beginning of each round, they spend no time towards the door. And after a minute, they will finally go towards the B office. But in knowing that Baby had the information, they're sure that B side defense is 100% ready. So making that rotation, they still have slightly under a minute left on the clock now.
Oh, they're really leaning into this heavily. Don't see Shimo rotate yet. Might be suspecting something now. And the fake also comes through with the smoke. But multiple people waiting there. And 9 is going to get a warm welcome. Adrian says, hello, how are you doing? Takes him down. And everyone from Black Dragons rushing to the site. They take this one. It's going to be 1-1. Such a pivotal round. Gokun and Danimal making it work. Action finds the kill. And surely this is Black Dragons going to take the 10-5 victory here.
Absolutely, you gotta expect it. As you see, Viana's gonna pick him off and get the first win against a Chinese team. Of course, it's Black Dragons who make it happen. And like I said before, it wasn't just a standard, even matchup. That was Black Dragons crushing BaiSha Gaming. And now the question is, does BaiSha know how to lose and come back? And for set number 3, this map will load up. Both sides are just screaming with each other and at each other, which is awesome to see. BaiSha Gaming will be starting off on the Blacklist side. Black Dragons to stop the onslaught.
It's actually Black Dragons pushing towards the machine room and an immediate rush into the bottom. Gokun is dead, and AC is also lost.
Wow.
Bomb planted at 2 of 3.
It's pretty fast. It's like they just ran down there.
They literally did, yeah. Just straight up running down, and now to retake this for all those narrow corridors is pretty much a nightmare. And BaiSha Gaming clearly not wanting to let the last game get to them. A lot of utility being utilized very well, though.
Shimal's died dropping off the stairs there. As they're jumping down, but is it on time? They're getting a lot of kills and they're buying a lot of time. There's just not enough here for Black Dragons as BaiSha, they have got their energy back.
Oh, I don't know what Baby was saying there, but I gotta mention, guys, keep it cool.
Yeah, you saw him. He's
just
like,
one round.
No, just wait. It's just one. Like,
oh,
let's be respectful.
We can do this. We can do this. I don't.
Maybe not saying that, but
definitely, let's keep it cool. We got this. We can do this. Don't get carried away, because of course that momentum cuts both ways. The more build up you are, the harder you fall when you do fall behind. And we saw that Black Dragons in the previous round using that so expertly. And that's what you got to avoid with. Big lesson for BaiSha Gaming. Black Dragons, after this first map, learned, identified some of the weaknesses and jumped in on them. And now 1-1 should be an absolute fist fight as well here on sub base. No machine room yet, though. I mean, We're seeing him push through it, but I was expecting a little bit more action.
Yeah, BaiSha Gaming, they used a couple of grenades into that base box, the lockers. Now was trying to push through AC. And action through the smoke.
Yeah,
Goes
tons
down.
of smoke there. And he dropped down from the vent at the same time as DBQ going to pick up another one as Shimo also does. And you see N9 is just pushing A by himself. So trying to get a flank off, and it's going to work, actually. So looking like a 2-0 on this Goken. Nope, not going to happen. Another headshot comes in from N9.
N9 teleported from a bottom into AC. Goken was surprised to see him there. Was certainly against the world. Anyhow, 1v4. BaiSha always keeping this angle. Xiao, the master of keeping that AC controlled with the sniper action. We've seen him taking so many kills in the group stage, either BL or GR side on this map.
Oh, he's waiting in duct.
Solid.
Adrian, he's ready. That's one.
Oh.
DBQ, very nice. Very nice shot there.
Yep.
At the ready.
Headline a little bit easy when you're in the vent and you're so close, but really great reaction time. Maybe Adrian wasn't expecting a second guy. Xiao is still here. Okay, now he's going to move.
Yeah, expecting some type of rotation, but Goken, after the very first round going down at A bottom, has been just sitting at B, looking at the locker, the sniper angle. Not going to challenge at all. No rotation from A to B.
Flash grenade. Fire in the hole.
Flash coming through. Rotation is there, but BaiSha Gaming, they don't actually want to push through here. Seemingly identifying, yeah, I'm pretty sure that this area is well defended, but after faking a rotation towards B, Will moving in now, and I don't know how ready they're going to be. Viana, that's taken low immediately. That is him gone. That's N9 finding a big kill on action. And now all of a sudden, BaiSha Gaming. This is looking a lot more like the team that we expect to see on Blacklist at the very least. Danimal makes his way in. Very nice kill by Goken. But unlike last time, he can't get more than one. And they are getting very, very hyped up.
Yeah, sub-base
Back.
Sub-base BaiSha Gaming. They're scary, as we already have seen from the first 3 rounds. But they're setting up really well. Trying to put a lot of pressure, not just the sniper angle. Few actually poking into that side of AC. Got few headshots in through the smoke. Black Dragons, I think they're feeling the pressure. Okay, there. BaiSha is putting a lot of focus towards that AC shutter side. So they're having the question, when are they coming into the locker?
I love that little dance.
Just showing the hands.
Yeah, his hands.
Hello.
You can't catch these hands. Oh, and that snipe not going to land there, though. Not going to get enough damage. Broken takes even more damage. And the real push is actually going in through lockers as we speak. So there's a lot to do about nothing over here on the left side of the map as here comes BaiSha through the lockers.
Oh, Danimal, I don't know if he'll be ready. Oh, cheeky angle there. Look at that. Maybe can move through. Dominance as they have made their way on. Plan will come through, and now Goken and Viana have to get this done, but Goken already so low thanks to those earlier firefights.
And because of N9's position, they know this rotation is 2 men from the shutter. 30 seconds.
And 9 is behind them.
From the hallway.
Yeah. No, he's
from
down
the
from the
AC.
vent. Yeah, he came down the vent. What a flank.
When did he go there?
I don't know. He
From
just
the
went
hallway.
so quickly. And that's a tactical pause. 4-0 makes sense as they called that before this round even started. So you could tell Black Dragons this time around sub-base a little bit much so far.
Cheeklev tried to warn us about the Chinese sub-base level, like what they could bring.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, G.
Well, less action, less quick action from the machine room, but everywhere around.
Yeah?
Certainly the Sharks are maintaining control, especially towards that center line where Black Dragons, they love to rotate on the map, but because of that pressure, they just cannot move their men to a bottom, a C, or even get that control towards the vent.
I do agree. I think thematically it makes sense as well, right? Your Sharks, it's a sub base. It's like as good as it gets. I guess Port's all right. Because, you know, the shot. I was expecting a little bit of a little bit of a chuckle at the very least.
It took us a few minutes.
I think a courtesy
I didn't
chuckle
get
would
it.
have been nice.
I got it after the eye contact.
Do you get it? Yeah. I mean, if you have to ask 3-4 times that other people get it, it's probably not the greatest of joke. Now,
It's okay. Now that we get it, it's good.
I don't know if that's true. I'm just making it worse. Tactical pause.
See, there you go.
Yeah. I made G-Club giggle. I think
to the
that's a
awkward
first.
moment that we were having.
That's all right.
It's amazing.
Happens a lot with me.
This is a little bit awkward, too, for Black Dragons. I mean, 4-0.
It is.
This isn't... I'm sure this isn't what they were expecting. I mean, keep in mind, they 10-4'd or 10-5'd BaiSha Gaming on the last map. Like, that was a bit of a stomp, too. Like, a lot of those rounds were really one-sided. So, BaiSha is just calling for a rush. Like, they are just running in.
Yes, no way.
This is totally empty. Black Dragons, they had almost 3-man push towards Machine Room.
I like it. They're like, okay, you want a tactical pause? We'll just rush you down. But they didn't kill anyone. So now they're all kind of in AC together.
Yeah. Just without Chimo. Yeah. 4-man, they have to watch the vent. And also a bottom.
He knows.
Yeah, Shimo got great information. Adrian is here, though. Shimo doesn't see it. But at least they give that information over as Goken gonna get shot a little bit. Doesn't take any damage as he's gonna go down to N9 now. As the entry onto B is here and action is bringing the action. It's just insane, but it's not enough from the side of Black Dragons. Danimal out here with 8 health, and the bomb is planted on B.
There's so much to talk about this round's rotation from both teams.
Oh
They're running
my.
around all over the place. But yeah, the Sharks just having better backup man right next to them when they need.
Through the box.
Wow.
You can see, now that they've won 5 in a row, BaiSha even stopped yelling as much. They're like, no, like, this is just normal. We just keep winning. This is what we do.
Imagine if going from getting clobbered, because I don't think it was a particularly close 10-5.
No,
Sometimes you have a 10-5 and you're like, that was close, you know, the score
Yeah.
might not reflect it, but it was pretty even. No, it was not. It was Black Dragons just decimating BaiSha Gaming, and this time around, none of that. 5, I know thus far. UKG Clef.
Yeah, 5-0, and right after the
strategy, yeah.
AC rush, just keeping everyone in position because they rushed in. They actually didn't understand. Neither team actually didn't fully understand the rotation of either team. They're slowly checking.
Pure chaos in that last one.
Really like the slow movement from BaiSha, even after a huge win into B site. Yeah, checking in for any boost. There was a boost up on the vent, but they're up on B. With DBQ from hallway. Great flash.
Right, running in. Here comes BaiSha, and they are mauling them again.
My God.
This is not fair. Goken gonna pick up 1 kill. That's it so far for Black Dragons.
But after getting swept, BaiSha Gaming just go up to a 6. I know, and the shouting is back.
Baby, I love him every time. He's like, hey guys, come on, calm down.
Focus.
Enough
Be
yelling,
ready.
guys. Come on. And his name is Baby. It's just
He's
so
also
good.
the oldest. It's
Yeah.
just, it works on so many levels.
It's perfect.
And I'm really glad you pointed out, G-Clef. It's the thing that really gets me with BaiSha, especially here on Blacklist and sub-base, is the diversity. I feel like every single round we've seen a completely different strat from them.
And that's, I think, another reason why Goken really has to step up and challenge into the sniper angle. He's in the position to get into position with the smoke, but when the smoke is gone, let's see who wins the sniper 1v1.
It just feels like Black Dragons came into this so flat, and now they don't really know what to do. Even with the tactical pause, they're just kind of getting run over, and it's happening so quickly that maybe looking back on this map, they'll be like, man, how did we get down 6-0? Like, it just happens so fast.
If there's one person who can open a lot of things for Black Dragons in GR, it has to be Gouken, I feel.
Yeah, for sure.
Keeping that AC, releasing that control, but Action finds the first kill.
Look at this. Bait spot.
Yeah, boosted up there. The light.
It's a lot of damage. Adrian gets a kill on the baby elsewhere. This is looking good for Black Dragons to finally pick up a round. Only Xiao's left against 5. Looking pretty good. I'm looking forward to the screams from Black Dragons.
Flashed again.
Yeah.
Get this.
I don't think we're getting it.
You don't think so?
I don't
think
know.
we're gonna get quiet?
I think after the third one in a row that are
Okay.
definitely going to
All
follow
right,
now.
let's
I think
see. Let's see.
I don't think it's going to be very loud, but I might be wrong. Wrong before. Xiao, a sniper faced with an impossible task. Checks the first corner, immediately gets bopped.
You're right.
No, it's not
Keeping it
time
calm.
yet. You need to slowly build it up.
Yeah. I feel like, you know, there's so much yelling and screaming both ways that I feel like there's almost, you know, big grenade, by the way, onto a couple of members of BaiSha. They're running through the machine room, so I'll save that for later. Just running on in once again, but it's only 3 of them. Here comes the man from hallway. It was TBQ. He gets flashed, though. There's a smoke as well, so it is going to slow down the push of BaiSha Gaming.
They decide to just fall back after taking so much damage. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3 nades towards lockers. They should be ready for us to come in. And also DBQ probably said, okay, I'm no good to go into from hallway. You know, let's just back off and go towards the normal. A lot of pressure building towards that A room. Vienna ready right below the stairs.
Vienna's got a good spot, actually. Only able to get 1, though. Action, a bit of damage. But that is going to be about it. BaiSha have secured the bottom of A.
Jumps down for triple kill.
And 9 with a pivotal drop there. And I can hear the shouts already. That was a beautiful attempt at a retake from Black Dragons, but N9 ruining the party.
And Action, he's trying to ruin their party, though. I mean, it's
Okay.
1v2. This is doable. Although not easy. He's not able to land that shot onto DBQ. And that is going to be... Love his face after shouting. 7-1 here for BaiSha. And yeah, I mean, they were able to get huge amounts of pressure that time around. Here we go. Here comes Black Dragons. Last round on the GR side. They're going to try to make something of
Here we
it.
go again.
And then A push. Slightly slower, but with Dan Mall there, found out it is Gouken at A bottom.
They see
Make
him.
this one work.
They know he's there. Oh, okay.
1.
That's a big one, but people rushing. Can he trade another? Not quite able to, and that does mean that it's up to N9 to hold them off for a little bit here. We'll see Vienna, but Vienna sees him first, takes him down. 2 versus 3. Bomb has been planted, and this is notoriously hard, but such a pivotal one. You can't give up more, and Adrian goes in. This is looking good. Black Dragons gonna at least pick up a second round. They're still not in a great spot, but it's something.
Second round, but is it too late already? 7 rounds?
Yeah.
We knew that BaiSha Gaming from the Blacklist, they were going to take lots of numbers in first half, but this was slightly more than expected, I think. Especially from Black Dragons, they were expecting maybe dropping half, maybe dropping 4. That's still okay. Maybe 5. That's a lot, but still okay. But 7 rounds in the first half. That's going to hurt them a lot going into second, as they already have called for the pause. Not stop the match anymore.
Things are definitely heating up here. BaiSha have found their voice again. Black Dragons are looking to find it again. I feel like both teams are really respectful in that way, because you don't shout unless you're really unless you're really killing. And when you're on the onslaught, when you're on a big streak, you just keep shouting. But you're not allowed to shout until you win 1 or 2 in a row. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. Also must follow the way both teams are feeling. in that moment, of course, as Black Dragons, they're going to try to put on the aggression themselves here on Blacklist. 4 members in hallway right now.
There we are, taking that shoot. Still up there. And the pressure that's coming through here, a bit problematic. With only 3 members left against 4. Vienna doing his best. Not just yet. They finally get Baby. That's big. As we see. Coming through the machine room. And 9 coming up so big this round, wanting to put his team close to match point.
I didn't expect the second person to come through the machine room.
Okay. Diana's able to push onto the sniper. Gets down Xiao. And now they are going to push onto the A site, it looks like here. Down the stairs they go. Stevie Q and N9 the only ones left against Viana 1 and Action.
Viana has that C4. We'll be planting. But both members already ready from that AC room. Finally that.
Whoa. That's a big one. Feeling some shouting coming up.
You think so?
That's 2 in a row.
There it is.
You called it?
Now, Chronicler just really has he's got a grasp on when they want to shout.
I think I got a good feeling of the shouting meta at this point. And honestly, I would love for Black Dragons to kind of pull it. Because I do think that if they win 2 more in a row, then they win 4 more in a row. And then all of a sudden this does become a lot more interesting of a map. The series is already delivering, but sub-base thus far, very, very one-sided in the favor of BaiSha Gaming.
And with a good switch, Black Dragons, they got one. First one down. And Lockers boosted up for that lighting spot. And nicely enough, Black Dragons choosing to go into from the vent and AC.
Nine is here. He's able to get 2 of them, a couple of headshots. He is just mauling them down. But Gokin is here. Double headshot with the pistol, but now it's only up to Action. And that might not be enough, as he is going to go up against 3. He's moving in towards the bomb. You can see that Xiao is joining up now, which is not going to be good news, I don't think, for Action, who is taking it a bit slower.
Xiao Shimo, the duo ready with that 180. And also Baby coming around from that A room.
No.
Has to grab the C4 and run away.
Not going to happen.
Can't shout yet. Need to win the next one. It's at least
How
2,
do you
guys.
know these things,
Keeping
Chronicler?
up with the
least
meta.
2. It's at least 2.
So knowledgeable.
Unless it's a pivotal round.
Unless
True,
there's
true.
like a 1v3, 1v4
Yeah.
save.
Yeah.
BaiSha about to stamp the name on the map here with just 2 more rounds. And Baby, because he was not found last round, he will just stay up here again. Take some damage to the nade, but it's not much.
Nice thing here, of course, is that it is effective best of 5. We are now in the tournament stage, meaning that even if Black Dragons go down here, they still have another opportunity to get back to actually make it through. I think it's Black Widow next, if I'm remembering correctly, which is great. Another map that we have not seen too much of. And then it's possible to end up all the way. Port. Oh, not looking good here with Baby already picking one off. Machine room rotation.
Yep, as you can see, Baby is well practiced jumping between the lights. It's sometimes hard, you fall down trying to jump between the lights and you just immediately die. Also, pretty hard to aim down because you don't have too many angles when there are many rushing in at the same time. But because there was just one, maybe we'll get that easy kill. And as you can see, Black Dragons, is he still up there? Going to be empty locker room.
Baby's going to make the call, and Baby's going to get the kill. Adrian takes him out, but the backup is there for BaiSha. Big snipe from Gokin, trying to open it up from lockers.
That's a start, but Gokin alone can't do it. He needs help, but with Shimo taking down Viana, It's hard to imagine, especially look at where that C4 is dropped. Goken going for a flank. If he can take out a 9. Sees in, but doesn't hit the shot.
Lick that left.
Whoa, down he goes, and 9. Some gigantic rounds when it really matters. 9-3 is the current score. And remember, they started off 6-0, so it's been 3-3 in the last 6 rounds. And even so, I mean, this is potentially going to be the most one-sided map we've had so far because BaiSha started off so strong on the Blacklist side. And 9's going to get a great look here.
Can only mean one thing, which is that next round is won by Black Dragons. As I say that, BaiSha clearly going to win this one. Only Vienna in action left. They're stuck down here with the C4. That nade single-handedly ending their chances, and it is just a disaster.
That is it. Action was going down regardless. Baby takes care of the rest. BaiSha Gaming, another win. They want to close this one out. What a dominant win of Subbase. This is what we expected. Their rotation and the firepower on this map especially is outrageous. And Black Dragons this time was not able to close this one out in their favor.
They were not able to start off strong. They got way too far behind. They even used the tactical pause and it just didn't matter. BaiSha Gaming were clearly the stronger team this time around. Subbase Dragon. And here we go, of course, restarting the round. We do have BaiSha Gaming on the left side on Blacklist. Black Dragons on Global Risk. And let's see how things mix up here. As okay.
Goken, he's in pick from a site again and again. That second one down from a short. Baby does open one up from the double doors, retreats back towards the base. But Action still has full control over that A long. I don't think Black Dragons are fully concerned about A defense.
Adrian's up there in the corner of storage, and they have no idea. Adrian able to get that kill. He does go down as Viana's here as well, but out of bullets is DBQ. And Xiao is not able to get that shot down. And Black Dragons this time. Try number 2. They're going to get it started here.
Gonna go 1-0 this time for the Black Dragons, gotta say though. It's of course a little bit easier to play when you have all your 5 members with a monitor. No matter how much we do joke about it. A lot of proactive flashes coming through, but no actual play here, at least initially. Slow setup coming through from BaiSha Gaming. Do you see N9 going forward? Will be covered by Goken if he's not careful.
And the position of Action stays all the way down along near the access road towards the PL side. And that actually gives a lot of information that BaiSha Gaming is going towards the water. They have the water covered all the way, even into the A short. Usually, if BaiSha was on the other side, they would actively control the water the sideways. The Black Dragons instead choosing to get information from A long only.
Goken still here, still waiting. Not going to land the shot this time, down to 69 health. As the grenades now coming on in, and he is getting swarmed, just trying to hold on. Another grenade going to be used to try to get him out as he has to pop out. And Adrian comes in from behind, gets a couple. Action going to go down. This is in favor of BaiSha right now, as they don't have the bomb, but they have better position here on the site.
Missed Vienna jumping down that passage.
Took a
Behind the radio.
Not quite enough though. It's Baby will pick up the kill, and it's just Danimal left alive. Bomb now on site, but Shimo not wanting to expose himself just yet. I don't know what Danimal is. And he is going to get pushed back. Bomb's going to go down. Now a 1 versus 3 for Danimal. Looking unlikely. Spotted. And now Shimo, he has no rush whatsoever. Waits for the backup from his team. And easy pickings.
Dynamo had the fake rotation. Thought it could work, but against 3, all the angles were covered. A long, one passage, and one from a short. It was going to be a hard retake. So 1 apiece now.
There's always so much used here over on A long, but BaiSha have just been totally ignoring this part of the map.
Yeah, that's because BaiSha, they love to put Xiao in the front line. Also DBQ on AWM. Okay. Yeah, just to get that tiny angle done. And switches back over to AK, but to continue my thought on to A long, because BaiSha Gaming, they put a lot of pressure towards A long to begin with. And then they rotate into the waters, oftentimes from BL. And that has been the research from the Black Dragons over the night.
Pretty good research. Here comes Adrian. He's just running in, guns a-blazing. He gets one. You can see they are putting a really nice grenade onto him. Giannis here as well, trying to shut them down at storage, and they're not making their way in. They're just trying to win firefights through the windows, essentially.
Okay, with this many on the storage, they can actually make a rotation. Action coming around, but slightly slow. Will take a long time to get here, actually.
And still holding on. Black Dragons right now. Daniel spotted. Then gets taken down by Xiao. It is cleanup time. Moving to the side. Goku. Very nice shot. That's 2. Finds the headshot with the pistol. And he's trying desperately to save this round, but 3 is a little too many. Xiao finds, and that's 2-1 now for BaiSha Gaming.
Action finally got there, and he just immediately got 180 no-scoped on with the pistol. And yeah, a little bit slow, I suppose. On that one, Gokun was really trying to hold it down.
Usually you see a lot more swifter action from the Black Dragons in rotation. For some reason, that took such a long time, even when the second set of action happened with the snipers down on the B side. I think he has really learned and had second thoughts that he could always be caught by the other BaiSha member. This is well controlled from the sideway.
Oh man, Adrian, great position. A couple of headshots make it a 3rd kill for him. And he's just going to try to run for cover in storage, only met with the gun of Viana. And this should be Black Dragon's map, or round rather. Not going to be able to land the shot here.
Yeah, feeling much more reminiscent of the first game. Well, it was a 10-7, if I remember correctly. Nice ending there. And Gokun, honestly, really coming up so huge for Team Adrian. Great round as well. But I feel like it's been Gokun that has been getting these essential kills, and maybe we might also be looking at some actual sniper 1v1s. The duels
That's what we're waiting for. Action actually comes out into a short, into that BL. Xiao's looking at him. Missed that tiny angle. It was a hard hit.
Shimo is out there on A long. Just waiting it out, you know, with an M4. Just camping there, seeing what he can see. Maybe even just with his head down for now. So we can't. Oh yeah, he's just behind the pillar here. Makes sense. Adrian back up here on the boxes in storage. So just trying to play a little bit more passively is Black Dragons after they got that first pick, which totally makes sense.
The double in that storage. Expecting BaiSha to come into the B site, which is often very common, as they have no one through the double doors. Baby poked in there in the previous round. But still realizing after that they have actually used a lot of their utilities already. It has to be a short or a B push.
The action, not quite hitting the shot though. Whereas Gokun, he rings through. That's 2 again. 3 in a row for Gokun. Holding off this play for as long as he possibly can. And at the very least, securing another round win here. It looks like Xiao unless he can do this on himself. Really, really, really well done by Gokun. Again, making sure the Black Dragons don't fall to a similar deficit like we saw happen at sub-base. Unceremoniously shut down is Xiao. 3-2 for the Dragons.
The timing there was just perfect for Adrian. He was not even looking at him, jumping through that window. Picked up that C4. Thought about rotating into B or A through the bottom. And quick action here from BaiSha into a short.
like
Deep
this.
flash in.
I actually like them trying to go a bit more aggressive, trying to take away the power of the sniper, but Adrian is there instead, and he's able to take down 3 of them, and that might just be the death sentence on this round for BaiSha.
Was that N9 or D2? Just chasing the target, not realizing there's an opponent right next to you.
Starting to feel very likely that Black Dragons are not going to be run over like they were on sub-base. This is them looking in primo form. And it would be something else, wouldn't it, if after a couple of super dominant games, just going to have the same situation. Only thing is that feels kind of wonky now with BaiSha Gaming moving over with 2 people onto the site. And the entirety of Black Dragons just kind of looking for them on the rest of the map.
Just waiting. But
Baby's alone out
he
here.
He grabs the water, which is a crucial angle for B plant.
Oh,
and also Shimo's in storage.
Oh my
Now
god.
Adrian all alone all of a sudden. He's trapped in here, has no idea how to get into B side. That save was incredible by BaiSha.
That's one of those rounds that could be a big table turner. I mean,
That's a shouter. That's a shouter right there.
that's a shower round. It makes sense, you know. It's a big one because that was BaiSha with 2 guys kind of behind enemy lines. It didn't look like it was going to happen at all. I think it was 2v5 or 2v4, and they were able to win in that fashion. Like G-Clef mentioned, that super important angle from the water, alongside of Shimo playing it more aggressively out there with him in storage, allowed them to actually take the fight to Black Dragons before they were ready. Now that's going to tie it up 3-3. It's still a very even match. I'm just hoping that Black Dragons can keep their head up after that loss in the last round.
Yeah, 3-3, but on Black Widow, 3 is already a pretty good number from the Blacklist side. So I think Black Dragons are feeling the pressure that they have to finish with 3 only, potentially 3-6. But of course, BaiSha, they can certainly bite on this map too from the BL side. You have 3 men. And going into a long, but Action putting himself again in the hiding spot. Poking out from time to time, checking if anyone's there. Finds Shimo, but he gets immediately headshotted.
On the other end, you see an attempt at the speed push. Unbeknownst to Black Dragons, this is all a feint. Nothing actually happening here. C4 still very close to the Blacklist spawn. Xiao looking for these shots over at A long, not actually able to get it done. And just as Gokun says hello, Xiao says goodbye. I don't want to get stuck in a sniper duel with you. I'm going to rotate the rest of my teammates. Danimal still waiting. Adrian also very close towards that B site. And initially getting onto the side can be a bit of a challenge.
Do love the rotation from the other members of Black Dragons. Only Danimal here, but the rest actually went through the double doors. Danimal has to buy some time for his teammates to come. Next to the gates.
Able to get 1, but the onslaught is there. And the rest of the team, as you mentioned, G-Clef, they're just not there, right? He needed to buy time, and he tried as much as he possibly could. That's Gokun with the kill, though. Xiao did take a bunch of damage. Not going to get the no-scope this time, though. Diana able to trade, and now it's 1v1.
And 9 near the big door towards the B side. Diana knows his position. And then 9 is supposed to be a order passage.
Low, trying to go for it. Diana, of course.
Seconds. He actually passed into the bomb site.
He didn't believe the fake defuse. Now there's not a lot of time. Viana's running out of time, and that's going to be the kill anyway. And 9 able to 1v1 him. Very patiently played. Viana trying to explain his position. But now, that means that BaiSha are up 4 rounds here on the Blacklist side of Black Widow. And this might become a problem.
Oh, that Viana, that loss in that 1v1. Viana was waiting for him, didn't even get to shoot. Not going for that defuse was the right move. I think he had enough time, but regardless, moving on to this action now, a long. Some control, but not really that many members lost. Goken is still waiting in the back. Goes down to 9 though. A short double kill. And no more members in A site. C4 is being carried from A long. Slowly, still have a whole lot of time.
Oh, and if as BaiSha Gaming, you go to a 5-4, perhaps even a 6-3 on global risk rather, or on blacklist. I went
You're
for
missing
all of
two.
them.
You're missing two.
on Black Widow. That himself, insane achievement, of course. Spraying coming through. Not actually able to get that much damage done. 9. Fortunate for Zhao, just throwing a nade. We'll be finding him. Almost finds a 9. Health bar's low on either side. This time though, one drop planted. Animal for the flank. And looking like at the very least it will be a 4v4. Really nicely done. Adrian with Dink. There we go.
Was that a shouter?
Yeah. I think at this point, most of them will be.
Yeah. Any round you win is a big one.
I think if it's now 2 in a row for BaiSha, then no. Yeah. And then you keep going. But it's the end round, so it's always a shouter.
Yeah, always a shouter at this point. The pressure's on, the stakes are high. 4-4. And, you know, we can talk about maps and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, it is a relatively close match here in terms of the rounds at least. So 4-4. Let's see where it goes from here. Obviously, much better for Black Dragons if they can get this round and try to give themselves the best chance of winning on Blacklist. As they've always had control of this A-long side, it feels. Most of the rounds.
It has been the main strategy against BaiSha. Even against BaiSha on their own. And slow push is waiting for any type of information. That action just hiding behind the pillar. And Goken looking for that A short from A long because he's got Viana covered from A long all the way out. And as if they knew the Black Dragons were waiting at the perfect spot, BaiSha, they will move into waters, but they never got the information about this double man. Animal
just gets shot in the back. He didn't even get to turn around. Looked a little bit sad, but either way, in comes BaiSha, a very swift maneuver through storage into B. The bomb is planted. Even Xiao's on the off angle from mid, so he's going to be trying to catch the rotators, and he actually loses, so Goken's going to take him out. That's a huge pickoff for Goken.
It certainly is, as Goken survives. It cuts the other angle, but 2 members fall back towards the storage, and Shima wins the duel with the passage. Big problem for Black Dragons. They have to get out Shima and then go to the waters now.
Oh man, they are going wild over there. And for a good reason, there's just not really enough time. He has to snipe them both. It's not going to happen. BS as BaiSha will get the win on the last round. As CBQ's like, hey, calm down. Calm down, Xiao. You don't get to yell. You got 1v1. But yes, 5v4 in favor of BaiSha.
And that last moment, Goken zoomed in, but not even get to click. From that much pressure alone, 2v1 time. Not much left on the timer. Yeah, certainly for Black Dragons, even though he won the fight against Xiao in the middle, was going to be hard. And losing 5 rounds from Blacklist side, from GR side on their own, from Black Dragons, is going to be a very tough second half against BaiSha, who can also be aggressive to the maximum from GR.
Haven't finished your sentence, or multi-man push coming through. Goken and the ready again. That's 2. Big start! And it's decimation coming through from the Black Dragons to make their way onto the A side. That was just a mauling through the smoke. That's a shouter right there. He knows. 5 to 5, and this map is incredibly close. Loving the tension thus far. Fighting for the tournament lives are Black Dragons, and they are showing it.
And, you know, to go back to something that Cheeklef said earlier, it's Goken running out with his team and challenging. Obviously, it makes him a lot more sense here on the Blacklist side, but, like, this guy is so talented. Like, this is what we wanted to see on sub base as well. Like, he can 1v1, he can 1v4. So just let him do his thing, and if you've got a confident Goken who's challenging, you're going to just be winning more often.
Because just a few years ago, he wasn't the main sniper. He moved back and forth between AWM and rifle. Now as the main, there's a good reason why he's holding that AWM. Oh, did not see that angle on his own.
We talked him up too much. The caster curves back. And 9 is getting so much work done here.
Oh, also did not know that animal was going off to the side.
All of a sudden, it's looking doable. Adrian and Action now together, heading towards possibly that B side if they want to go for the rotation. And 9, very, very low. And Black Dragons winning 2 rounds in a row for them would make the rest of this map infinitely easier thus far. Pressure that has been coming out from BaiSha has been insane. The most one-sided map we just have had. But this one, very, very different.
Another weak soft spot
Yeah, look
on
at
B side because he's so low in HP. But there's a huge rotation from Baby already in B storage.
Gonna distract them, and then N9 is gonna pop out. Oh,
Exactly.
yep, there it is.
Great call, Valdez.
Thanks, Cheeklef.
Oh no. Oh no.
So the B side plan is, that plan's gone. Time for plan B, go A.
And that's the beautiful thing about cheese. If you don't use it too often, flavorful as N9 closes us out.
That's the
The
thing
fuse
about
coming through.
That's the thing about BaiSha. Their rotation is quick. You have to quickly escape the site after planting. You have to realize that you are being chased down around the map when you have places open like that.
Now it's getting really interesting. We've had a lot of rounds back and forth, back and forth. Now it's 6 to 5. And it's going to be a critical moment now for Black Dragons. And speaking of which, they're going to start off strong. They are not really on the strong side on this map, but they're down around. So that's why I say it. They've really got to keep it even from here and not get too far behind.
We've seen the water control, the side controlled by all gamers. Most of the Chinese teams love to go out to the storage whenever they get a good spawn. Xiao misses the first.
Somehow hits the second, make it 2, but he does get taken down. So it's a 1 for 2. Still advantage Black Dragons, but now N9 is able to pick one off. And that will put an end to that push.
Really important one to get for BaiSha Gaming. Going up 2 rounds. Pivotal. The Animal not wanting to let it happen. And it's been, honestly, just the N9 show thus far. He's been the big ace. Him versus Goken. That's the spot there. Not able to get anything done just yet. 1 versus 2 here for N9. Just be very, very careful, but no plans. Plenty minute, or still a minute on the clock rather, for Black Dragons. They don't feel pressured whatsoever. Could even look towards a last second rotation. Maybe just trying to bait N9 in, but he is a patient man.
Keeping himself in the passage, making sure this is right in the right in the middle. You can make swift rotation even if it's B plant. See Donovan got the bomb down.
Yeah. He wanted to hear the bomb plant and then go, but it's not enough. 1v2, too difficult for him, and Black Dragons are able to tie it up. And again, that was so crucial. If this was 7-5 and you were behind on Blacklist, it's not looking pretty there. So this keeps it even. This keeps Black Dragon in the game.
And even after losing the round, BaiSha this time, because they lost hard on the waterway pressure. A short covered, but too much smoke, so they can't really look into the sideway. B-side totally open. DBQ backed off.
Open again. Starts it off. Baby looking to get as much as he can. Maybe take down Gokun at some point. Xiao just not been able to do nearly as much. Baby also goes down, and it's looking better and better for the Black Dragons. Pivotal turning point here possibly for this match if they're able to get a lead now. Xiao is trying his best.
Where Adrian is at, it's such an hard angle for a sniper to get a kill.
This round there, wow!
Full team wipe.
7-6 too, so just like that, 2 in a row. And Black Dragons are beginning to crush. Like, rounds like that are what they were able to do on Ankara, which is how they were able to win that one 10-5 in such dominating fashion. And they're bringing the heat, they're bringing the aggression. Although Xiao is here once again. He's been hitting those shots. He's able to trade 1 for 1. This time not going to be as one-sided, but Black Dragons still get position here on B site.
Because BaiSha, they have so much faith that Xiao will at least trade better. Their backup position was all the way far towards B site. But because of that, Black Dragons will get comfortable spots around the A plant.
A little bit of moving back and forth. Dynamo with the flank. Hasn't been spotted out yet, but is right behind them as they move to B bottom. That's one from Gokun, and this is looking terrible. 8-6. Black Dragons, are they really going to even it up? Are we going to go to map number 5 here in this semi-final?
Yeah, this is the rotational speed that Black Dragons showed so many times during the regionals and within, even in the internationals. Just against the Chinese teams was not really shown too many times. Finally, they're back on track. And BaiSha going all the way out, going wild.
Grenade kill. Yeah, they're almost. It's like a wild dog that was let off the leash or something. Like there's.
Except for Xiao, who's still at A.
Yes, he's always just forced to be on A by his team. And you could see, I mean, there's a lot of guys over here on water. Let's see exactly how far they're going to push, because Black Dragons are definitely respecting the pressure.
Expecting this. One Gokun gets taken down as well. The backup from Baby saves Shimo. Viana though, nice pick off. And do not forget, this is a 1 versus 2, but DBQ is extremely low, but might get shot in the back here. Will Vienna, if he's not careful. Spotted by Xiao.
Spotted, so DBQ, I think he will just hide in the corner and right next to the C4.
There's no need for him to move.
Yeah, since he has close to no HP, I think it's the right call to just hide behind the box. Vienna gets a headshot all the way.
Viana,
This is
I think
so
he knows.
big.
Viana knows, and Viana wins the round, 9-6. Look at him, he's going so crazy after that round win. Totally deserved, as he pretty much single-handedly carried that at the end.
Now Black Dragons, they're fighting for the top of life. Their 3 match points set up. They're looking to be in prime position to bring us all the way to port. Challenging BaiSha Gaming. So much more than any team at this point has even been remotely able to have given up Dynamo. Meaning that they will be fighting from a deficit, but even if this round doesn't go according to plan, there's 2 more after this that you can freely drop without getting into too much trouble, though if possible, of course, you want to avoid those extra rounds.
And it is Vienna on AWM with lower HP, and Gokun on that AK. Trying to poke slightly, even grenaded into the storage. Finds no one there. Just having the smoke, but 3-man defense right at the angle of storage, and
Viana's so on point, man. He's going Super Saiyan.
rotations are going to cost so much for BaiSha Gaming.
Adrian, he knows. Oh, he doesn't see. Vienna now also using the sniper instead of Gokun.
They have the position at A, 2 of them, and Adrian holding the waters sideways so that BaiSha Gaming can't get full control, but the bomb is right here in the middle. That is the real problem, so they don't need to guard that A side. Only 40 seconds left. And the rotation has to be quick enough. 3-man defense towards the water. They really get an angle when they are all hiding at the corners. Ooh, M9 doesn't shoot.
Oh!
He's like, no, I'll let you have this.
Wow! Successful.
And the
Goken
kill.
takes down a 9. This might be it. Black Dragon, still enough time to plant.
Yeah,
I like the choice of the M4 here.
DBQ will basically run knowing that there's no time.
Oh, that's
and
going to
get
do
the
it
kill.
for this round. 9-7. 2 more for BaiSha if they want to try to attempt the comeback. And yeah, I mean, they've won 2 rounds in a row in the past. Viana was doing so much that round. He's like there in the middle, the big captain. I'm really feeling for him here. I think he's in a great spot mentally to potentially carry this for his team. Sometimes that's what Crossfire is about, confidence. And Black Dragons have slowed things down a little bit. They did go for some big rushes over on long in the last one, so they want to try to take this one a bit slow once again.
Now Black Dragons moving slowly. No more approaching into A long. As the waterway has been lost, likely BaiSha will take cover and control over that loading dock access road. So instead, because they have control over the sideway, going up a short action, just checking if anyone's on that small bridge. And also it's Xiao. He's changed position all the way back along with N9's cover. And again, 3 men in that B site.
And yeah, want to avoid at all costs situation as Black Dragons, where this round is won by BaiSha, then the momentum is in their favor again. If you get swept, if you go into extra rounds, anything can happen. That's a rough start, and 9 gets 1, gets a ton of damage, 2 go down. But so the Xiao action, trying to pull it back. Him and Viana both picking up those headshots. 3 versus 3, but look at the rotation, look at how far along BaiSha Gaming needs to get even remotely close to the site. A-long also going to be covered by Goken with a sniper. I wouldn't want to push into that. And Black Dragons, it is looking great for them here.
Exactly. Because they have Goken, it is less expected to have 2 men up on A-long. There's that one trade, but they go through Goken. Brings him down.
One-on-one, 25 seconds. DBQ barely has health, and that's going to do it for the map. 10-7. Black Dragons are going insane. They're like, you can't take your headset off. It's not done. But you still did amazingly. The ref's like, yeah, that'll be
Please don't do that.
Wow, what a performance here from the Black Dragons, really putting on a show to bring us to map 5. So we're actually going all the way back to port as, man, back to this map. It is going to be insane, and you've got to admire the fact that Black Dragons have been able to put on a real challenge. All right, guys, here we go. Back on to this map of Crossfire Port. It's been a while since we've seen this one because it's map 5, but should be really crazy. I think both of these teams are going to bring in aggressive strategies. We're already seeing that Black Dragons are looking to make a move here on sideways. And let's see how much they challenge Xiao. Xiao's up there. He's got DBQ as well, so they're preparing for this.
Oh, unable to take the first shot. He drops down, finds 1. Shimo gets 1 as well. It's looking like a great start here. Action wanting to go up that ladder, but Xiao is at the ready. Has back up the rest of the team as well. Drops down, but doesn't quite work out for Xiao. Bit of a risk. Doesn't actually pay off, but N9 says thank you for the chunk. Easy cleanup for me. Goken again tries to come up huge. Takes down Baby, but too many members still remaining. BaiSha Gaming shut down that push towards A with great decisiveness.
Black Dragon, they rushed in quickly, but could not really get good positions in the site because of the smoke and the angle. BaiSha Gaming was still covering from the bridge and all the way back from the GR base. The Black Dragons almost succeeded. I don't think that's too bad of a round to begin with. Now checking out B site. Checking how many are actually defending here. It has been just N9 behind the box. The bait box right next to the entrance.
BaiSha seemed to totally have their number in the first round. And that can be somewhat troublesome, you know, when you're attacking into port especially. I feel like it's kind of like a volatile map where, you know, maybe one team on Blacklist can just push 5 members through B and you just totally mow them down and you destroy them and you feel great. Or you push and there's a couple people there and they easily dispatch of you and it's like, well, that's a lot of confidence lost now. So I feel like it's troublesome for the team that's on Blacklist if they lose the first map or the first round like that. So I want to see how they bounce back here as they go for another rush, but N9 is right there. They line up 2 kills already as Danimal also getting in there. A lot of shots even through the door, but here comes Black Dragons just spraying them down. Vienna again coming up so huge in the clutch.
Xiao made his way over. Not going to be able to. A really big one for Black Dragons. 1-1. Able to get it done here.
Certainly a huge round for Black Dragons after losing so many to N9. Thought they were going to retreat away from B side and go back because they still had time. They're just going in because they understand the firepower is there. Here Xiao is going to find one. Coming back to their own base. A long attack did not really work. They realized after throwing that many flash grenades. Yeah, there's a sniper plus extra members around him. So this pressure is no good anymore.
Black Dragon still hanging around here. Might go for a little bit of a unexpected Uno Reverso wraparound over on sideways.
We're going A. Oh, no, we're going to be... No, never mind. Back to A again. Xiao behind the spot. This baby takes down action. Ceremony. Xiao, that's one. Will get paid for with his life, but the surprise is happy to pay. It's only Gokun and Adrian. And they can still play it slow in terms of time, but in terms of momentum, it's not the greatest positions to be in.
But because of Gokun alive, BaiSha coming up slow into a top, just in case Gokun is still staying. They're covering that sniper long, all the way down the road. Did not see N9.
Oops. Didn't see him, and now the bomb is over there. It is Gokun, but this might be too much to ask of him. As he slowly makes his way in. There's the quick scope onto Shimo.
And that's a start.
Hit that one. Hits the... Oh, not going to happen. TBQ is right there. Was getting excited about that 1v4, but not in the wheelhouse this time for Gokun. He's done it before. 1-2 here in favor of BaiSha.
I feel like this is another one of those maps, as you already pointed out, Valdez, where it can be very, very bursty, very one-sided once momentum is built. And with that in mind, I'm sure Black Dragons want to try and get as much done as they can on Blacklist, especially considering BaiSha Gaming. I don't think in this series it's been as dominating as it's been during groups, but it still feels like their stronger side. The GR has not been as impressive, and falling behind, getting as many rounds while being on the side that is for them would be very, very unfortunate. And 9 trying to get some damage down. Not able to quite get the kill just yet, baby. Standing close in the smoke. He'll get spotted and Vienna takes him down.
Vienna through the smoke. Had the first angle there. And Baby should have won that fight, but just better shots from Vienna as Black Dragons now, with their cover from the tunnel into the B entrance. We finally pick up that C4 from the base. Where do they actually want to go? Towards a bridge. Oh, still smoked up.
Yeah. Everybody's congregating around this one area of the map. They could also go up to sideways again. It seems like Black Dragons, maybe even in their practice, they had a lot of luck with this. As maybe still going to be a bridge play. Yeah, they're just coming in through mid with Danimal on long. Viana going to get that kill onto N9.
Yeah, N9 had an off angle. He had to turn his aim around. Zero still standing strong.
The charge up from Danimal, not going to make it happen, and Shimo easily going to dispatch of multiple members. I think 3 of them there on that one, up to 5 kills. Hasn't necessarily been the carry of his team, but he's showing up here. And that's going to set BaiSha very comfortably in the lead, 3-1. Not over by any means, but you can feel the pressure that they're putting on. As Baby is even going to get another kill. N9 finishes off the low health Adrian as well.
And I think at this point in the game, there is still the opportunity for Black Dragons to find that momentum, because so far, so much of this series has felt weirdly one-sided. When one team is on, the other team seems to be almost unable to match them. Of course, we have some close back and forths, but it does feel very streaky, and right now it's clearly BaiSha getting into streaking. It's a nice kill by Viana, but it's still 4 versus 2. Working from a deficit. Gokun, him and his trusty sniper rifle have been able to get so much done. Maybe Viana now wanting to get a little bit done here. They are looking, at the very least, Gokun's done. Viana, get some info. Not getting any damage, was at least able to get out. Swapping there with Viana now, low health bar, so taking that sniper. The aggressive push comes through. That's one tap. Oh, BBQ takes him down. 4-1 on global risk for BaiSha Gaming. There it is. Saw that one coming. The card at the ready.
Yeah. Good time to use the tactical pause. 4-1 before things get too out of hand. I'm not sure the last time when it was 6-0, when did they use it? I'm not 100% sure.
I think the very first map. The pause
something
was
similar. Yeah.
And ever since they did not use it, because it got really close, second map, Dragons won that map. And the third, they were just swamped.
Viana's just letting everybody know what's what. As you can see, the thing that I always like to look at is the damage number.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see that Adrian currently not really pulling his weight. As you can see, 0 and 5.
If Vienna is a lot, yeah, he can speak up. He can speak up. He's got the most damage right now.
Viana, as the leader of this team, from what we can tell, I mean, he really stepped it up in the last couple of maps. Like, to give him a huge amount of credit. He's, we always talk about Gokun. We even talk about Adrian, but Viana not necessarily the carry, and here he is. Bringing in the damage.
Yeah, day 1 to 3, Vienna was somewhat quiet compared to the other members. But today, and not just on this map, even in Compound and Ankara especially, he has been rotating pretty quickly. Yeah, and actually, on the other hand, Action has been rotating slower compared to a lot of the other teammates. I think that's one improvement that they can find in the middle.
You can notice the presence as well, right? When Black Dragons are popping off, the camera always sends on Vienna. He is the one that carries the team. He's the one that points them in the right direction. And thus far, on port, the right direction has been nowhere to be found. Full 4-man push, at the very least. Going to take control, push forward a little bit further here towards B, with only Vienna trying to sow some discord and chaos. We'll get hit by the nade there. Not going to be enough for now.
Here they come. Smoke is coming in. Black Dragons are rushing him down. And Nine's able to escape for now, but he's flashed. BBQ able to get a couple, though. He does get shot down by Action. Action coming up big. Baby able to trade it back. 2 for 2 is going to be the current situation as Gokun Gonna have to pick up that bomb and get it planted here.
Quick trades, back and forth, down to 2-2. And Black Dragons, they do have the bomb, and both players from BaiSha coming from B entrance, but the position Vienna lost that fight.
We didn't get to see it from Xiao's point of view, but you can tell it was a quick scope.
And that's a big bait. Low HP member from B entrance. There should only be one, very likely. So he had the pistol out instead, which was the death that he called for it.
And now I'm getting worried because this is feeling very reminiscent of Subbase with a BaiSha Gaming that's just completely running over everyone.
I'm just thinking back to your shark joke.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I mean,
It's sport.
BaiSha did so well on Subbase, and now here we are on Port, and they're crushing. I mean, what can you say? They're sharks.
And they were bad on Kala.
It makes sense.
It
It makes so much sense.
out.
I didn't know you were that knowledgeable,
What
Chronicler.
about Dragons? Let's just move
Dragons.
on.
They don't like the water.
Yeah, but
It's
here the
kinda their
Dragons
counter.
down by 4, and they were expecting to push slightly better. They made some bomb plans.
Great position. Immediately gets headshot by Vienna.
An instant response from Baby. Controls the B side back. Dragons not really thinking about that. Going into that B entrance. Just clear the angle. Make sure Vienna can stay in the tunnel here.
Ooh.
So that the rotation can come from their own base.
Look at Xiao. It's been wrapping around. Might catch them if they do want to go. And there they are, going up the stairs.
He's crazy. Sniper from GR.
Xiao. Feels like a snack that's being prepared for him. How many can he get, if any?
Oh, he missed! And he gets killed!
It's hard sometimes.
They weren't facing towards him, so, you know, it was just off. And now it's 5v, or 4v2, rather. As in comes Black Dragons. Kind of pushing through the smoke here. Ishimo wants to get the off timing. Gonna find Tanimal. Takes him a little bit of time, though, as he's gonna get 2!
Beautiful tracking there.
There's no way.
Baby got the other one.
That's
it!
Wow!
And now they're not the only ones shouting. Add us in. 6-1.
What happened to the defense of Black Dragons? They had so many angles covered.
Wow. And you gotta feel Shimo, he gets the, Xiao, he gets the flank behind, he doesn't hit the shot. As I say, you know, how many will he hit? Unfortunately none, but the rest of his team is back to such an extent, and now you can lose every other round that you're playing on Global Risk. As BaiSha Gaming, you're still going to be so insanely happy with the performance that you've found here for yourself thus far. They're already playing this well on Port. Imagine what they do once they are on Blacklist. And Black Dragons, I said it before, this is feeling reminiscent of Subbase, and I don't think for them, for that tournament live here at CFS 2021, that is a good sign.
Yeah, and one thing that worries me about Black Dragons, not actively flashing in or even baiting smokes, faking their attack into B. There hasn't been not that many actually. So this attack into A or even into the bridge, the rotation can be well read by BaiSha all the time.
There's 3 of them waiting.
And Baby also out the tunnel.
Flash grenade!
Okay, there's a fake flash into B entrance.
Oh, so ready for this. Here comes the flash over the wall. It's just perfect. TDQ's right there. And here's Baby as well. You just can't compete with this many guns that are waiting for you on the defense.
Fire in the hole! Flash grenade!
Xiao is jumping down, but the damage is already done. Just goes and he gets one, but that's not enough. 7-1 here. On Global Risk, and look at the faces of Black Dragons. The turnaround has got to start now. It will come never. Surely, he at the very least needs to win this next one. It's looking like the plan is a rush. It's just Xiao. He gets tagged, but everyone is rotating.
Will this work? This is out of desperation. Let's see. 2 members waiting A top. Right next to the ladder, there's stuck 2 members.
So much pressure may actually pay off for them. Shimo trying to get away. Viana spins and takes him down. But you see N9's the only one left here. Looks like it should pay off, actually. All of this aggression, 7-2. Finally, Black Dragons are able to get another round. It took so long, maybe too long. And they're going to have a huge challenge ahead of them.
This is still a disaster of a score for Black Dragons. Absolutely. Only 2 in port. I wish they tried opening up B-side few more times. Every single team struggles on B-side defense. But today they have prepared a lot more towards A. BaiSha, they were ready every single time. Most of the time with 2 men on A top, which is not the most common defensive strategy.
And now we got BaiSha 7-2 for the final spot. On blacklist, which I don't think that's ideal. I don't think that's the situation that you want to be in. And if you're able to pull this back as Black Dragons, truly you will have earned your spot.
Black Dragons, they basically need perfect defense.
Yes.
They can't even give, even though they can technically give 2 rounds. If they give one single round, I think it's going to be over very soon.
Oh, Adrian able to pick off one. The push is coming in, but it's not necessarily great. Adrian's able to get Baby here. A lot of low health members, though, as DBQ and Shima are making their way in. The rotation is a little bit slow here from the side of Black Dragons.
Yeah, because the smokes, the bridge side has been covered for such a long time. They still have Xiao down in A long. The 2 members go down. Only Adrian left. What can he do? 9 HP against 4 members.
We got 1. It's a good start, but now the plan has come through. Adrian, so little health, and 9, Xiao, DBQ, they're all standing at the ready. It's smoked up. Just don't see how he's going to be able to do it. He's going to wrap around.
There's just no time.
Xiao's there as well. Gonna go back.
All right.
You're saying
he's got to run in. He has to run in now. Not able to land it. N9 gets the last kill. 8-2 is the score. And BaiSha just look like they have total control over this entire map on both sides.
And then all of a sudden again, slowest moves coming out from BaiSha. Not even going to be entrance, not even going to peek into A long. Shimo will with the smoke up now, just to check if there was any member of Black Dragon overextending all the way into the top. And no boost, I believe, was checked from N9. Slowly moving. I think BaiSha, they feel it. They almost have it.
You got to be feeling yourself now. 8-2. And a lot of the rounds were quite one-sided. I feel like Black Dragons a lot of the times just got caught, not able to do much.
And Goken here with Adrian off to the side stairs. So A defense is there. And action close enough by from near GR base. Tension's building.
And I think in this position especially,
Xiao, the fake flash towards B entrance.
The nerves. Imagine the nerves here for Black Dragons. As you pointed out, G-Clef, the thing here for Dragons is they basically need to defend every single round from here on out.
They do.
And I love what I'm seeing from BaiSha after an incredibly aggressive round. Now it's so slowed down, and as Black Dragons, you're starting to second guess yourself. Where are they going? Where are they heading?
Exactly. They're wearing out. They're using so much energy just by waiting on that same spot.
Oh, the rotation, they don't expect it. Vienna and Animal both running over towards A. That's where all their attention is gone. And BaiSha gaining the fake out. Beautifully. The potato hits through. And now 8-2, looking like 9-2. And it was such a competitive series. But all of a sudden, we're looking at a complete stomp as BaiSha Gaming stomping down the Black Dragons.
Even if Gouken goes down, he has to bring some members for the remaining rounds, but this is a chaos.
The shouts get louder and louder too. Just like we were saying, the more confident you get, the louder you scream. You shout your gladiator shout because you know you're about to move on to the finals against your Chinese brothers on the other side of the bracket. You finally get to meet them. Unless Black Dragons can win 7 in a row, but I don't think that's happening here, guys. Not the way that this map has been going. I just do not see it. The bomb is down. BaiSha are going to take it slow once again. You gotta admire
Black
the way
Dragons
they play with pace.
did have an amazing comeback against Lazarus, but it is a different opponent this time. Vienna going down 5v4.
Even worse.
Adrian trying. This is a risky move, but also can get some more, but doesn't find DBQ right next to the box.
Oh, this is looking like it may be the final round. But Black Dragons still have the chance to make it into the finals. If they lose here, tomorrow they will play Celebi Last Legends for the 3rd and 4th place match. The shots they aren't hitting. BaiSha Gaming. For them, it's the complete opposite. Every single shot has been so incredibly on port. It might be the most one-sided game we've seen in this finals, or in the semi-finals rather, as of right now. Maybe we'll get taken down, and maybe Gouken can get another miracle. We've seen him do it before. Dynamo, he's trying to make it happen.
The bomb is going B, by the way,
And
as this is all happening.
Gouken also doesn't know that there was a member in A top. Now he does. He has a pretty good feeling. Yep. Of course, the bomb is down B. That's fine. DVQ matches up in numbers 2-2.
There's a chance here.
Does Gouken know? This 180. One.
Gouken, I thought he was going to do it all alone. They know where Xiao is. And it's going to be Danimal who gets the kill. 9-3. And Adrian, he's like begging his teammates, come on, we can do this 6 more. You know, we've seen crazy things in Crossfire.
And if it's anyone, it has to be Black Dragons right now. Pull it all the way into 9, but BaiSha still has so many chances left.
A round's a round. If you can just forget about the scoreboard, don't look at that 9-3. Don't think about what's going to happen if you do lose the next one. Just keep clutching and treat it like the first round in the series. Gouken. He wants it. Oh.
Because of how they're going back and forth, they're not spotting each other.
Perfect rhythm.
Baby has an M4, so...
I don't think he wants to be spotted. Oh, again, aggressive posturing coming through here. Make their way over. Those A-side pushes have been the most successful. 2 people at the ready. 2 people ready to rotate as well.
They're ready to rumble.
And no one at the
Xiao.
sideways. Xiao gets that one down. That's a huge kill. Yeah, Gouken wanted to peek over to B entrance. No sniper anymore.
And they know that. And they're just charging on in. Adrian gets headshot. Diana trying to hold down the fort, trying to give them a chance here right at the end, but it's not going to happen. Danimal, the only one left. He gets 1 kill, he gets 2, and he picks up 3. And now it's only Xiao, who does not have the bomb just yet. It's one-on-one Danimal with 31 health and a dream.
This rotation is quick. Super quick enough that Xiao might actually, he goes down!
Xiao got it, and Xiao is going to bring it home for the team. And we will have BaiSha Gaming in the finals against their Chinese brothers, All Gamers, on the other side of the bracket tomorrow. And that will be a super huge match to watch and see who can take down the $300,000. Congratulations to BaiSha Gaming. What a